The Heroes of Greyhawk is a game played by adults and recorded for an adult audience. Sometimes we use adult language and explore adult topics. Consider yourself warned. This is Guild Superior. My name's Dave, your humble dungeon master, and we, by hook or crook, are going to play Dungeons and Dragons tonight. Thanks for bearing with us as we work through some technical difficulties that were at our door. We had to fend off the stronghold, rally the guild members to our defense, and now we are here. Very excited to be back this week with some exciting news that we'll get into in just a couple of seconds. But before we do, I want to introduce you. You probably know most of these people, but you might have forgotten the one we call Ashley, the zinger, the humdinger.
The cutter.
Welcome back. Welcome back from vacay. Good to see you, Ashley. Glad you're back.
Thanks.
Hey.
Thank you. Cute but mean. I'm sorry.
That's a good thing. I would take that as a badge of honor. We're going to go around the table here like we do, and everybody's going to introduce themselves, say hi, plug what they want to plug, and then tell us a little bit about who they're playing tonight. And let's go ahead and start with Andy tonight.
I'm first, huh?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Andy, also known as Andy G3D here on Twitch and on our Discord server and in other places around the internet. Tonight, I will be playing Desmond Adelar, a second level human rogue who likes to get in trouble and get shot with arrows repeatedly everywhere we go, every single time, no matter what, regardless of how careful he is.
Codename Pincushion.
Yeah, codename Pincushion, aka Pincushion. But yeah. As usual, I'm excited to get back into it.
You know, the beauty is that you come back every week for more.
Yeah,
and that's what I love. That's what I like about you. Perseverance. Thanks for being here, Andy. Let's jump over to Bleak Season.
Hello.
Go ahead. Continue.
Oh, I thought you were going to interview me. Hey, I'm Bleak Season. How you doing? You can find me at The Bleak Season on Twitter. You can find me hanging around here. You can visit my website, bleakseason.com. I have a whole thing going, like a theme. Tonight, as with every other night that I'm here on Tuesday, I'm playing Lachlan Felspar, whose name I just forgot there for a second. Lachlan Felspar, my dwarven storm cleric, who, the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. That's him. I'm super glad to see Ashley back because, man, were we lost without Ashley.
What do you think the main sports are in Greyhawk? I mean, aside from jousting, we know jousting's a big thing. Dart throwing, axe throwing. What is it?
Snot ball, like goblin ball.
Snot ball?
Like you use a goblin for a ball and you play like soccer.
I don't think you can do that anymore.
Has it been banned?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah. By the Goblin Football Association of Greyhawk.
Well, goblins are people too, man.
They are. They're a playable race now.
Yep.
In 5th edition.
Can I play a goblin?
Not tonight. Kirk, let's jump over to you, buddy.
Hello, I'm Kirk. You can't find me anywhere.
No, you're on Twitter, man.
Except here. Oh, yeah, I am on.
And Mastodon.
I don't think I've posted since 2000.
I've been tagging you for years.
Oh, really?
And you never respond to my tags, which is kind of a trend, man.
Yeah, social media, I hate it. Yep. And I'm here to plug, oh yeah, I'm playing Norb Nhyre.
Plug Norm.
Yep. Norb's great. He's a scholar.
Everybody wants
reader,
to plug Norm.
And
especially Spug.
Peanut butter and bananas on toast. Not bad.
That's what you're plugging?
Should try it.
I like it.
I mean, at least plug the cotton candy that, from our...
Sprinkle a little cinnamon on it.
Ashley, how dare you? Ashley is raring to go. Let's jump over to Ashley.
Hey, everybody. I'm Ashley, Minnesota Muse 99 on Twitter, and I am playing for you tonight. Zenthi, the sweet little ball of sunshine, the golden-eyed girl, who no one apparently can do this accent of. I heard.
We didn't even try. We didn't even try to. We wouldn't do that.
No. You did.
No,
I heard
I don't remember
English. I heard Italian. I
No, I
heard
don't-
like a squeaky little girl.
I don't remember that. Do you guys?
I didn't
you guys-
even try, man. I was like, I'm not touching that one.
I don't remember any of that, to be honest with you.
I don't think anyone even tried Russian, which is probably the closest.
I think
Hello,
Kirk did.
man.
We had a fun time doing that, and yeah, that was ridiculous. Thanks for being here, Ashley. Glad you made it back.
Happy to be back.
Yay. I got a couple of announcements. First and foremost, big shout out to our sponsor, longtime sponsor, CZ RPG. Tonight, my friends, we are going to be giving away some more CZ RPG loot. Our giveaway is the Wilderness and Urban Encounters bundle. So this thing is pretty sweet. There's a bunch of stuff. There's Urban Encounters and Quests, which has 6 detailed encounters with battle maps galore. All kinds of cool art, different versions of the maps. As you know, they kick it into high gear with their map making, 4K resolution, only the best. Urban Encounters map pack, Urban Encounters quests, Wilderness Encounters, same stuff I just said before. And then Wilderness Encounters map pack, the bomb. This stuff is good. This stuff is going to be super useful for your DMing pleasure. I think it's pleasurable. And if you aren't the DM, this is something that you could get for your favorite DM for Christmas, you guys. The holidays are coming up, whether you celebrate one or the other, I guess it doesn't matter, but I don't know. This is something you could give to somebody. You don't even
Have
need
your
a holiday.
players
Yeah.
ever given you anything, Dave?
Oh yeah. Yep. Headaches,
Yeah.
heartburn, an
Sleepless
ulcer.
nights?
Yep.
Sleepless
Many sleepless nights.
Desires
So,
to become a monk?
I do highly recommend that you check out CZRPG's stuff. If you want to win the giveaway, just type !drawing. Kirk is going to show you how it's done. It's very, very simple. You can win this stuff. And check out CZRPG's Patreon too. They have an awesome Patreon. I'm a member and get all kinds of goodies from them each and every week. So that is the first announcement I'm super, super stoked about. The second one that I'm very excited about is that we have a new sponsor. And brand new sponsor, my friends. We have been sponsored by a candy company. That's right. Honey and Sage Candy Company is now the official sponsor of the Superior Adventures Guild, and we're giving away. Wait, are we giving stuff away? We're not giving away. Oh, we're giving away one free if you buy 3. There it is, right on the screen. Buy 3, get 1 free over at the Honey and Sage. Look, we're professional marketers, so this is like totally scripted. Hooli, you know how we do things over here. I actually have a link, so check that out. Go to that Facebook page. You can email Honey and Sage. This is our friend Hooli's, one of Hooli's dozens of side hustles, and it's probably the most delicious,
The tastiest
and
one.
it's the tastiest one, and probably the most legal. Right? Am I right? Yeah. I mean, this is pretty legit. So check it out. Go buy some cotton candy and tell us what you think about the cotton candy that you bought from Hooli. Well, how's that for a plug? Not bad. Not bad. That's how we do it over here. So get in
I
on the
love
action.
candy.
Eat cotton candy.
I want candy now.
Make your dentist happy. We got a lot going on this week. We've got more Shade Song coming up on Thursday. And then we're actually going to take a little bit of a break. Am I right, guys? We're going to take a break next week, so there will be a little quiet around here, but then we'll come back the following week with more stuff. So everybody have safe holiday season and all that good stuff. And I don't know, do we have any other announcements, guys? Did I miss anything?
Love you. I love you. I wanted to announce that.
On stream?
Yep.
Okay.
No,
Well,
it can't be denied. It can't be denied.
it's on
Oh,
it's
brave.
on the official record, folks. On the official. It snowed here in Duluth. There's an announcement. All right, let's get into it. I'm going to jump into a little recap, Ashley, because you weren't here. And some serious stuff went down last week. We lost one of our favorite female characters to a Tarask. You didn't see that part in the replay, did you? We had to cut it out
Came
because
out
it
of
was
nowhere.
it was
Yeah.
yeah.
It wasn't
got
a
pretty
Tarrasque, it was
emotional.
That dashing young mage lord from the tower.
Hey,
There wasn't anything we
Burn?
could do.
He's a sweet, super chill dude.
Yep.
Yeah, but he's got
Super
designs on
sus.
Until
He
they
is.
killed you.
He's
sus.
not suspect. He's not. You guys stop it now. All right,
We
look.
had to retcon it.
Yeah, that's true. We did. We had to retcon most of the season already.
Yeah.
If that
Oh,
tells you
man.
anything, it's pretty rough. We had to start over like 3 times. All
Yeah.
right, guys.
Around just flirting with all the NPCs.
Is that what happened? I don't remember that part.
I do.
Lachlan's such a flirt.
Mhm.
Lachlan is? Actually, you know who the flirt is? Well, we'll get to that. All right. In our last session, why are you smiling, Kirk?
I was just thinking.
I bet you were. In our last session, our ragtag party of adventurers outfitted themselves with expedition gear at the local mercantile and set out on a mission from their new employer, a powerful wizard named Byrne, super chill, partner to the famed warrior Rufus, leader of Byrne's Badgers, and oft referred to by his men as the most worshipful mage of Hamlet. That's pretty badass. With orders to investigate an abandoned farmstead along the high road and engage with bandits along the way, you set out for adventure. And only hours into your expedition, you found said adventure by way of two seemingly random encounters. First with a pair of covered wagons, and with none too friendly drivers making their way to Hamlet, leveling their heavy crossbows in your direction. They bid you let them pass. You spoke with them briefly, learning of troubles to the north in a town called Norb. Further down the road, as Desmond scouted ahead, he heard the now familiar twang of bowstring and felt the all too familiar sting of an arrow pierce his chest as bandits ambushed you on the road. A battle ensued, but you overpowered the bandits, all of them fleeing the scene aside from one unlucky fellow who was vaporized by a stray lightning bolt on a totally clear day. How does that happen? And a second bandit named Anders, who quickly coughed up the name of his boss, a bandit named Mel, who maybe owns a diner, who knows? Apprehended but wily, Anders made the case for his release, but you stood firm. You searched his belongings and found within the hem of his cloak a smooth river rock with an eye and a tear etched into its surface. He pleaded with you that he had no knowledge of the rock and that the cloak was given to him by his boss, but that did not sway your resolve to bring him to justice. So you returned to Hamlet and handed the bandit over to Byrne's lieutenant before retiring to the inn for food and rest. Norb ran into Spugnoir and hired the young magic user to assist the group by looking into the strange rock engraving. While sitting by the hearth, Lachlan was approached by an elderly chap named Treb, who engaged the cleric in a deep theological conversation. At long last, the party took their long rest, and now, my friends, we rejoin our would-be Heroes of Greyhawk on their fourth morning in... Can you believe it? It's been 4 days. You're on your fourth morning in Hamlet. You meet around the breakfast table where you finish your omelets and your muffins and your coffee and all the goodies that Ostler in the kitchen has cooked up for you. As the plates are cleared away, you sit, preparing yourselves for what lay ahead. The day is yours, my friends. What would you like to do?
Why do you call us would-be heroes? We are heroes.
I mean, I think it's still debatable. I'm going to be honest. Prove it. Okay?
Yeah, you're not really like a hero until like maybe 3rd level.
I mean, right now, we're really the cleaning crew.
I don't think you're a hero until you do something heroic.
It's
You
more
could
like
be-
odd
you
jobs
could
around
be-
town.
20th level and not be a hero.
What's a level?
Exactly.
Like, like when so there's apprenticeship, then you get to journeyman and then master. And then when you're stacking, like, when you've built your like 13th castle, they tend to bump you up in pay.
When you speak in scholar like that, I don't understand what you say.
Oh, it's very simple. It's not very scholarly either.
13 castles.
Aren't you supposed to be at the tower building castle this morning?
I called in sick.
That's a good move.
Well, I mean, they knew I was going to be out of town.
We are going back out today, right?
Yeah. I
But
didn't want to
also
waste,
if,
my resourcefulness.
If Xanti's feeling better.
Yeah, I don't know. I was feeling very quiet yesterday, but I'm feeling much better now.
Praise be the gods.
Well, at least we brought back that one bandit person. So, see, Norb, we don't have to kill everyone.
What do you think Burn's gonna do to him?
Told you guys.
Kill him.
They're probably gonna kill that guy.
No.
You don't think so?
No, I mean, they're going to put him to work. We're trying to build a
Right.
castle.
Oh, yes. Probably.
Yeah, it's
So they're
hard to
gonna-
get good work.
So they're gonna enslave him.
No, it's you work. It's like a work release.
Work
Oh.
release.
Yeah, it's when you work your time
Never
off.
heard of it.
Oh, it's pretty common north of here.
Have you ever been in a work release?
No, but I've walked some roads that were built by work release, and they were actually really well made.
Oh, all right.
We have to talk about something, Norb. We have to talk about the fact that yesterday, while we were on the road hunting bandits, you decided to pick firewood.
Yeah,
The judiciousness of that decision is a little in doubt.
well, I don't understand. We needed fire. I mean, we were going out there for a mission. We were gonna go do a thing.
I'm just saying that when you get jumped by bandits and you're carrying armfuls of fire logs, it makes it difficult to defend yourself.
And this is where I'm gonna teach you something extremely useful, my dear dwarven friend. So watch my hands.
Yeah, but while the time you've done that, you've lost precious seconds. All I'm saying is maybe we don't all carry firewood.
You can gather
I didn't-
firewood once we stop too.
Yeah,
It
I
doesn't
didn't.
take
I didn't
that
tell you
long.
guys to carry wood. I was just grabbing the best wood. The
Right.
white peeling bark ones burn really nice.
Just seems like a task that's left for when you, choose a camp.
It's okay.
All right, that's settled then.
I'll let you
If you
all
wanna-
carry your own wood then. When I'm sitting around a nice, comfy fire,
We'll just-
and you're all cold because you can't find any dry wood near our campsite, I will still let you sit next to me, and I will share my rations with you. 'Cause
So you're
I'm
just
nice
gonna
like
carry.
that.
You're just gonna
Pretty
carry
good.
wood around all day.
At making fire.
Well, it's not
I don't
that
think
heavy.
it matters very much if it's damp.
Yeah,
That's true.
Xanthi can just light anything on fire.
I know. That's very valid.
As the four of you are sitting around the table talking, Norb, you look out of the corner of your eye. God damn it. Norb, you look out of the corner of your eye and you see your old buddy Spug, Noir.
Spug Noir.
Hello.
Come on.
Oh, hey, Spud.
Hi. He comes
Like,
over, standing there.
My hand on his shoulder and put
Oh.
him down on the seat next to us.
Okay. Hi.
So, have you done any research yet? It's only been 6 hours, 8 hours or
Research?
something.
I
On the-
think he
you know,
just got
Little
drunk and
Rock.
went to
What do you
sleep.
mean? Oh, I was a little intoxicated last night.
That's right. Oh gosh. Yep.
I didn't say anything. Well, Rock,
You said you were gonna go out
Oh.
and kill a bunch of beasts with us today, with your bare
Yeah.
hands.
I did.
No, he's messing with you.
No, I'm just messing with you.
This is the rock here. I'll look into it.
Perfect.
Now I remember you said that I could stay in your room.
Yep. Except for last night because I was sleeping in it.
I definitely
Oh, that's right,
did.
because we might be on the road.
Oh,
So,
Yeah, we're definitely gonna be on the road for maybe 1 or 2 nights tops.
I'll keep your bed warm for you, I guess.
And do the research. Don't forget to do the research.
Always be researching. It's what my father said.
And then when we'll get back to town, we'll try and figure out as much as we can while we're out there, and then you tell us what you find out, and then if we find anything really like good, like magical, we'll hook you up.
Yes, and if you see, like a spell book that has a big S on the cover, that's my book.
Yes, on the cover.
Big S.
For Spug Noir.
Spug Noir. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Spug Noir. Did I say it
Does it-
correctly?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Spug
Nice.
Noir.
Yep.
It's a unique
doesn't-
name.
What's
is.
it bound in?
It's leather bound with
Okay.
an S.
Doesn't have an eye or anything on it, does it? Or teeth?
No.
Okay,
No.
just double checking.
If you find that book, burn it.
We're on the same page.
Yep. The teeth book.
What's in the teeth book?
Oh, it's just a book that I've read about. I haven't read it, but
They
yeah,
say
I've read about
that-
it.
That those who read the book of teeth
The book of
are
Teeth.
cursed to lose their teeth.
Oh, I
That
had that
isn't-
dream. Oof.
I'm just kidding.
good.
That's just a
Oh.
little. That's a little
Oh,
tome humor. Just a little tome humor.
Gosh. Oh, yeah. Wow, that's
That's the only joke I know.
But it's a good
Pretty
one.
That was a good
God,
one.
now I'm uncomfortable.
Had me going.
Yeah.
Right. So how about we go be uncomfortable in the forest?
I think that's a good idea. We should get moving. We're burning daylight.
What
Yep.
are you doing, Norb?
I was just making sure I still had all my teeth.
You have nice
You
teeth.
did read the book, didn't you?
I didn't read the book. Well, okay. So, all right. We should probably go.
Good luck.
All right. Take it easy, Spug Noir. Let me know what you find out. We'll be back. Party in my room.
When you get back, that sounds great. I'll be here.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Academics,
Yeah.
Late night
All
studying.
right. Well, take it easy.
We'll compare notes. All right. Bye.
All right, let's go.
Go.
Warhorse.
Already out the door. I'm already out the
I'm
door.
following him.
Takes too
Bye.
Bye. All right, you guys head out. You make your way. Where are you guys going? Are you guys going back to? You
We're going
guys got
back.
supplies before.
Yeah,
Xanthi
can
got
we
a
assume
tent.
that
We
we
all
got,
know that
yeah.
Xanthi has a tent.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Mhm.
She's not sure
Uh.
how to set it up. Can you, Ashley? Will you just say I'm not sure if I know how to set this up for us in your accent?
I'm not sure if I know how to set this up.
Thank you. Did we get that? We got that. All right.
We should
Producer said
record
we
it
got
for
that.
next time.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So
don't,
yeah.
don't worry. You just put the pole on the thing and just tie it with the rope, and it's easy.
I've seen
All
you set up
right,
a tent
we'll
in
see
real
how
life.
it goes tonight.
All right. So, Lachlan, you were asking a question. Can we assume something?
I just thought, can we assume that we got supplies for Xanthi the other day also? is what I
Yeah.
was
Yep. Xanthi got supplies. And yeah, so you guys already have supplies. You can head back to the tower if you want to see if there's any information. You can just head right out and go try to track down that abandoned farmstead.
I think we should head straight to the farm.
Yeah, we gotta head east on that road. Take the low road, wrap around to the high road, or vice versa.
Yes,
Cut
we
through
should
the
just
forest.
go back the way that we did before and then head from there.
Yeah, we got to go all the way around the copse and trees this time, regardless of how many people we capture.
Yeah, here's the thing. If we go back the same way, we might just get ambushed again, right?
Perfect. Yeah, that'd be awesome. We can capture like 3-4 of them at once, then
Or we could
drag them behind us.
try to stay off the road.
We could use them as like mushers.
Should we try to sneak around and see if we can catch them?
Be worth a
The
shot.
bandits?
It's better than getting shot
Ooh,
at.
thanks for the follow, Norkercon. Thank you very kindly. All right, so you guys are gonna head straight out of town. You're not gonna stop at the tower at all? Just head on out. All business, all the time.
Mhm.
Yeah, we
What about
stopped
this-
by the tower when we came back, right? When we dropped off the prisoner.
Yeah, we
You dropped off
the-
Anders. Yep.
Okay.
Xanthi, you sure you don't need to stop by the tower?
Why would I need to stop by the tower? I mean, we need to have like a really good story before we come back and bother that great adventurer. Like, he's not going to be impressed if we're just like, hey, we didn't do anything, but we would like to hang out with you because you're super cool. We don't like that.
Yes, yes. All right. Now let's well, hold on. Do we want to check in with the sheriff? Because maybe they got some information on the bandit camp out of that miscreant that we hauled in.
Is that a wand?
No, it's a back scratcher.
Oh, okay.
I'm short, right? And it's hard for me to reach.
Yeah, we could see if they found anything from that guy we brought in.
I mean, maybe he can tell us directly sort of where to go, and let's just go and see if they, politely got information out of him.
Yeah, let's just I don't know, like
Well, I mean, they don't have the prisoner unless the wizard gave the prisoner to the sheriff.
Did we? Oh,
right?
did we give the prisoner to the
We
the
gave him
wizard?
yeah, we gave him to Byrne.
Oh, I was under the impression we gave him to the sheriff.
And then we told Byrne that, or his lieutenant, that we were going back out today. I think, right?
Yes.
Right. So, well, okay, yeah. Let's stop by the tower and at least talk to his lieutenant and see if they got anything out of that guy.
I bet they killed him.
Because if we go there and we go, oh look, there's their base, and we come back and we go, we found their base out by the old oak tree, and they're like, oh yeah, we know, he already told us. We look like idiots.
All right. I seem to think that Lachlan really wants to go back to the tower, so let's just do
Alright.
that.
Gather intelligence.
How is it about me all of a sudden?
Well, we wanted to leave and you want to talk, and so we are still talking about wanting to talk. So now it's
But I'm
about
just saying
you,
that
and let's go to
It
the
would be
tower.
tactically sound.
yeah, we're just trying to renew some communication.
Let's do it.
All right. So you guys head to
Alright.
the tower.
Shouldn't take too long.
You easily are able to find Firkus, the tower or the lieutenant of Burns Badgers, and he receives you at the tower. You don't have any knowledge of where Burn, the most worshipful mage of Hamlet, happens to be at the time. Definitely not hanging out at this moment, but you do run into Firkus, who is in the tower proper, just basically right where you left him, and he's sitting there looking over a table with a couple of other members of the Burns Badgers as you enter. The guards letting you in and announcing your presence, and he turns to you and says, "Ah, well, heading back out then."
Yeah, we're gonna head back out. Same general area. We're just wondering if you might have gotten any information off of that one we caught.
Indeed, we did. He broke quickly, that one. And now we've got him
Okay.
working. Working on
Got 'em
the...
working.
yeah, he's moving bricks. Pay a penance for his banditry and outlawism. But we did get some intel from him that is directly related to what we've got you working on. It appears as though the old abandoned farmstead has been used by what he's calling the Mel's guys. This leader, Mel, apparently being, well, maybe a captain of bandits or someone who thinks he's kind of a big deal, if you will.
So
Did he
that's
say-
the group. It is called Mel's Guys.
That's what
Mel's
this kid
guys.
said.
Get
But
a
he-
real
Okay.
name.
I'll tell you, he would have said anything. I do
Can you-
believe him, though. He said a couple of things that got me thinking. He said that the farmhouse is being used to send out local raiding groups. But he said something that troubled me more, that there might be some of these Mel's guys setting up shop in the old Moathouse Ruins.
You
Out
know,
to the
that is
east.
not a good group name. It just does not
Mel's
roll off the
guys.
tongue.
It
the
does
same
not
way.
sound good.
It's like hard to say. Almost.
It's no Burns Badgers, that's for damn
That's
sure.
right. Males, guys.
Mills
It's-
guys. Yeah.
So is
It's
that
not good.
thing you're referring to that little tower that we see on the map there?
Yeah, let's take a look at the map. That's a
Hold
good
on, I'm
idea.
gonna unroll my my D20 roll, my roll 20 thing.
Unroll
Yeah,
your
just-
map.
Just roll it out on the floor here and we'll all gather around.
Gather round, people. Wherever you roam, let's take a peek at this thing. So you can see where we are down here in Hamlet.
Mhm.
Right about here. You made it out to the fork, yeah?
Yeah. A
Roll
little bit.
past on the high road.
On the high road here. Yes, so this Moathouse, you can see we've got it marked here on the old let me just
Is that
let
what
me-
this little tower thing?
Yeah, I'm
is
just
right
I'm
here?
gonna write down what it is. There you go.
Ah,
I'll just write this down.
that's convenient.
Yeah, we like to be thorough. The old Moathouse. You heard much about this place, have you?
Actually, not a lot.
Have I, Dave?
Yes. I won't even make you roll a history check. You've definitely heard of the Moathouse. He'll start to relay information to you that the Moathouse was once the outpost. So back in like 566. So if you recall, we're in 579 of the common year in Greyhawk. And back in 566, there was sort of this surge of outlawry, of bandits, of goblins and hobgoblins and orcs that were sort of seeping into the region, causing trouble, and it just kept building and building. The ruined Moathouse became an outpost for them to launch these raids, and it eventually became part of the rise of the Temple of Elemental Evil. And he's getting really into telling this story. It was a watchtower. It was supposedly a foothold as the powers emanating from this temple were making their way west. The temple sought to bring the village of Hamlet and all the lands under its subjugation, but the people rose up. Although this Moathouse was ignored in the initial onslaught of attacks against the temple, it was later defeated by a throng of local villagers and settlers from the region who rose up to put it down, and it stands now in ruins. It's pretty much shunned by the people of Hamlet and the surrounding hills. They hate its former evil and the memory of the terror that was brought to them by the Black Lord of the fortress, a vile cleric of damnation, and his evil men. And if you guys remember, this was like this incursion of bugbears and hobgoblins and goblins and gnolls just disrupted this countryside. And so Des would remember all of that as a young child having happened, how that affected his family, and how that sort of affected the region in general. Then there was the Battle of Emerald Meadows. And so this Furcus is getting into the retelling of this story. And basically he says that there's some concern that bandits are now using the old Moathouse Ruins as an outpost, maybe trying to also embellish or dress up their outlawry with scare tactics to make the people afraid that maybe there's a new evil lurking. But he doesn't seem to buy it. He seems that it's just Mel's guys. I mean, how bad could it be?
Well, it starts off with Mel's guys, and then next thing you know, you have the demonic hordes of Beelzebub on your ass. So you gotta nip these things in the bud.
My suggestion to you is to start at the farmhouse. It's on the way anyhow. You'd hate to get past it, get close to the Moathouse, then get someone coming up on your flank.
Oh, the old pincer move.
That's exactly right.
That's what they tried to do to us yesterday.
It didn't work now, did it? You're too savvy.
No,
So-
we had a lot of firewood on our side.
That's right, I
Firewood.
spotted them.
Firewood. I'm not familiar
Firewood.
with that tactic, but maybe we could talk about it someday over a flagon of ale.
Not a problem.
Been
Well,
100%
thank you very much.
successful so far.
Thank you very much. we appreciate the information.
I
We shall endeavor to bring some more light to this particular nebulous situation by going out and traipsing through these woods that surround that farm. If we do not return, please tell Nugnoir. What's his name?
Spug Noir.
Bug
Noir.
Noir.
Hey, we just got raided by Blue Box RPG. Hey guys, thank
Blue
you so
Box.
much for raiding in. You guys are the best.
Blue Box coming in with the raid.
Look, if you're hanging out with us and you're not following Blue Box, what are you doing? There's their link. Check them out. They're awesome. Great to see you guys. Hope you had a fun game. We are just getting back to our adventure. Heading out now, just having learned of a place called the Moathouse. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
It's like a boathouse, but for moats.
It's the modest of the boatest. All right, so
All
back
right.
to the story, my friends. Do you have any other questions for Firkus, the lieutenant of Burns Badgers, as you stand here in the hall of the tower, probably admiring some of the artifacts and paintings that they have strewn about the room, some of the arms and shields blazoned with heraldry from around the Flanness?
We need a
Um,
clubhouse like this.
Is there a reason why, it didn't seem like he wanted to talk about the dragon thing? I mean, that's a big deal, right? Was there
The-
something bad that's happened?
The Green Dragon?
Right.
Well, he's always been a bit squirrely about that story for some reason, but sometimes things happen to those of us who travel widely and fight bravely that we would just rather forget about. Bad things. And it's difficult to, well, pull those old blisters off of those wounds. And
Ugh.
it can get messy.
Yeah, you're supposed to leave the blisters on.
Yeah, you need gauze or something to clean up afterwards. It's not good.
Or a cleric. One of those things.
Yeah, just tread lightly around the Green Dragon cleric situation with old Byrne. That's all I can tell you.
I'm starting to
Okay.
feel concerned.
It's all fun and games until your cleric gets eaten by a dragon.
Shh. He can hear us. He can always hear us.
Can you hear everything?
I mean, I'm pretty sure you heard that.
Oh no. Alright, let's go.
Yeah, we better start walking.
Yeah, before any
Fancy just
green
starts
dragon.
heading out.
You guys walk back out of the tower, and as you walk past the work zone, you do see Anders just sweating bullets. He looks so unhappy as he's carrying rocks and helping with the masonry of this new keep that's being built.
Does he notice us?
He doesn't look at you as you're passing by. Do you say anything to him?
Yeah. I'm gonna when I see him as I'm walking by towards freedom, I'm like, hey, good job, keep repenting. Good luck.
He just looks
And
over
if
at
he
you.
looks up, I'll smile and wave.
He looks like excited for a minute, and then he's like, and just goes back to.
Don't start banditing again.
Oh, it's better than being dead, though, right?
We'll bring you back some firewood.
I'm glad you're still alive.
Yeah, me too.
Your friends will be here in a couple days.
Are you going after Mel's guys?
Who thought
Yeah.
of that? Did you guys not think of coming up with a better name for your group? Or was that like an ongoing discussion?
Look,
It's okay. We can talk about it.
I
later.
told you guys, I was just hired to help. Like, you got me all wrong.
Don't be too hard on him. It's hard to find a good name. We've been trying,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, we've been working.
God knows
on it, I
how
guess.
long. And
Yep.
the best we've come up with is Xanthi and her guys. Like,
That's
thought
kind
it
of
was
like Mel's
Xanthi
guys.
It's kinda like Mel's guys. I think we gotta work harder on that.
Xanthi and Friends is very similar.
yeah, but
Unless
Xanthi's
we were a TV.
It's not much to it.
Unless
Get
we
it.
were a TV show for small children.
It's like a sitcom.
What's a TV show?
We need a
All
cooler
right,
name.
let's
Yep.
Okay, so you guys head out into the wilderness, and after a couple of hours, you make it back to the essentially where you were when you had left, or excuse me, when you had encountered the bandits.
Do I
Um,
find my pile
Sure.
of wood that I
I
dropped?
was gonna say, is the pile of firewood still there?
roll a survival
Right
check for me.
Right next to the pieces of that bandit.
There's just a
Lachlan blood.
scorch mark. There's no pieces left, dude. There's just literally a black scorch mark in the ground.
Oh yeah, this is where we fought them.
14 on the survival.
Yeah,
Look
you
out.
find your bundle of wood, and you
Yeah, I'm
see
gonna go ahead and-
you see a second bundle that was set down by Lachlan.
Yeah, I'll shoulder that one too.
I think we should get off the road. I'm feeling a bit exposed out here.
Carrying two
Well,
bundles of
you
wood
can
now.
just walk behind Norb and his
Yeah, I'm not
bundles
walking
of
in front
wood.
this time.
He makes for a really good wall.
So how are you going to travel? You're not taking the open road?
Well,
Well, we didn't have a lot of success with that last time. Can you ping me on the map where that farmhouse is supposed to be approximately?
Yeah, we'll say we'll give him a little mark here. Right there. You can see that X. It's approximately there, kind of on those foothills.
So
are
can
we closer to like here?
Yeah. Yep, exactly. You guys ran into those bandits like about here. So probably, a couple hours into the day. So give me you've been traveling on the road, give me a D12 roll, please, Xanthi.
All right.
to see how many things and animals and people you've set on fire since we left.
6. 6 fires.
That's
Okay.
a good average.
Okay, so for the first part of the day, you do not see anything that is untoward. You don't actually run into anybody on the road. At some point, are you going to depart from the road? Was that what I heard?
Yeah,
I think we
so-
should-
Okay.
Sorry.
I would like to, like, once we start to get to the area where the ambush was last time, I would like to leave the road and kind of loop around and see if they reset up the ambush area in that same place or not.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. This will take some time, so this will burn a little bit of time as you're kind of looking about the area, trying to figure out what their tactics were. Anybody else who wants to also give either a survival roll or a perception roll?
I could-
23.
That's
That was
pretty good.
perception.
I'll go with perception.
Investigation.
Investigation. Okay.
Oh.
Yep.
And I
Anybody
got
else
an
beat a 23?
18 I got an 18 perception.
Okay.
Yeah, I had
So-
21, so I didn't beat it.
Yeah. Well, nevertheless, between the four of you looking and investigating and perceiving, you're able to find a couple of blinds that they had set up on either side of the road where they had put up some camouflage, some sticks and some branches. You can tell that someone had been standing there for a while or sitting there. There's a spot where there's some like apple cores on the ground. It looks like maybe someone had even, Xanthi, as you're investigating, you're doing your sleuthing, you can see where someone probably tapped out something out of a pipe. There's like this little pile of like half burnt tobacco leaves, kind of the end of a pipe. And yeah, you find out that there are locations within this little copse of trees where they had different perspectives on the road, where they could move little game trails that connected these hiding spots. And it looks like they have been there. They had used these before. Hey, Armin, good to see you, buddy. Welcome back to the D&D world. So you do find out this area where they have been possibly using this location on multiple occasions. But you do not see any
Well-
sign of them currently.
Does it look like not recently?
I
Like,
mean, definitely within the day.
it was
Like
yesterday.
it was yesterday when you guys encountered
Yeah.
them. Yep.
Okay. But like the apple cores have all gone to gray, or sorry, like brown and stuff from after they ate them, and it's been hours, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Well, they're not here anymore.
Maybe we should try to follow their trail.
I will look.
Anybody good at that?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
Well done.
Roll if you want to try to track them, roll a survival check for me.
Hold on. I'm gonna give you
Guidance.
guidance.
All right.
Stormcrow, guide your eye.
Yeah.
Wow.
A 12. Okay, you see
That was a
some-
13.
That's 12 and a 13.
No, sorry. No, 14 for Des.
Ooh.
Survival.
Nice. Yeah, you see a lot of tracks that go in different directions. Some of them, you know, for sure, especially near the blinds, that they're human tracks. Other areas, there are animal tracks that come through here. You get the sense, without really being able to know which way they went, that there are game trails that they probably are using to mask their ingress and egress into these areas. So you could, if you wanted to, you could follow some of those game trails and see where they lead. You could
Yeah, let's
chart your
Sorry.
own trail, or you could go back to the road, depending on how you wanted to do this.
do one of the trails kind of loosely follow the direction of the road?
It's a little hard to tell with that roll. You could test it out and see where they lead.
What do you say? Should we follow one of these trails or stick to the road?
We can certainly try.
All right. I say
Roll
we do it.
roll a d4 for me, Des.
2.
Okay. All right. So you start making your way down this trail. What is the what's the quote unquote marching order as you, because these are now going through sort of thickets, this copse of trees. It weaves inside of there. So you're kind of on this narrow game path, making your way through this kind of thick understory. Who's taking the lead? Is that Des?
You'd have to, since he's the one who's
All right.
Tracking.
tracking.
I'll take
right.
the lead.
Actually, that's all I need to know is who's in the lead, and then who's in the back. Who's in the
The
back?
crossbow is out and ready.
The new crossbow.
I'll be second.
Okay.
It's got a
And I
pump
will
action.
also cast mage armor.
Very smart move. I almost just assume that you do at like the beginning of every day. It lasts for 8 hours, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if we're heading out, I think I would just automatically kind of cast it.
All right. Who's coming in the last? Lachlan or Norb?
I'll come in last 'cause I'm
Okay.
carrying a bunch of firewood.
Okay. So Norb and Lachlan are bringing up the rear, having conversations about the pros and cons of carrying your own firewood into the wilderness, into a forest full of trees. Actually, side story. Once I went to the Tetons Mountains with some friends. It was my buddy's first time backpacking, and I was like, "Oh yeah, you got to bring your own wood." And it was a total like off the cuff comment. I wasn't even paying attention. About an hour or two into the hike up this huge hill into the Tetons, is going up this mountain. I look back and he's kind of fallen behind, and I wait for him. He's carrying a bundle of wood, and I finally told him like, "You don't need to carry wood," and he was really mad. Anyways, that was an inadvertently.
Is that how Duluthians tease each other? Just like
Yep, wood
bring
pranks.
some wood.
Yep,
Wood prank.
yep, firewood pranksterism. It's great. All right. So Des, you're in the lead. Give me a D12 roll, please.
Oh boy, here we go again. That would be a 9.
Okay. All right, and then give me a D6 roll.
A 6.
Okay. You, about an hour as you're traveling along this trail, it begins to open up. You reach the edge of the trees, and before emerging out into this sort of marshy, it's not really a bog per se, but there's wet spots. It's kind of a pothole area where there's little areas of cattail and reeds growing up, and then there's rocky grass and crags that you kind of follow. You're definitely on the edge of the Cron Hills. And so it's got this sort of like transition zone from an ecological perspective. But as you get to the edge of the trees, you kind of stop to take a look and scan. Give me a perception check.
Oh boy. Does anyone want to help me take a look around?
Yeah, I'll give you the thing there.
I'll help you. I'll give you help assist.
And I'll give you a
What is that?
guidance.
Perception, you said, Dave?
Yes.
19.
19. Very
Yeah.
nice. Let's see. Okay. As you look out, you see something flying up above. You look out on the horizon and you don't see anything moving in this sort of swampy, craggy, rolling topography. There is something flying up above that looks rather large. Hard to make out what it is from the distance, as it's just kind of soaring as if riding in a thermal high above. Nothing that is out of the ordinary necessarily, but you see a large bird flying.
Holy shit, it's not a green dragon, is it?
Like how large? The size of a wagon?
That's
large?
hard to say because it's far away. Like it's way up in the sky.
All right. I'll tell everybody what I see.
You should shoot it. No, I mean, do you think they could train birds to like spy for them?
I think it's out of range even for me.
But it's not out of range for a firebolt.
Mm-hmm.
No, probably is.
Actually, it is. Yeah, it's well out of range of a firebolt even.
It
I mean,
must
it's
be
so
very
far.
high up.
It's so far away you can't like tell what it is, other than it's a big flying creature.
So we'll keep an eye on it.
I hope
But I
it's
didn't
not a
see any
green dragon.
people. Any more trails? Is there still a trail for us to follow?
Well, as you come to the edge of that copse of trees, there are trails that scatter in all directions. It's really difficult now to tell where they go. They were following a very distinct path through the trees, and now it just kind of opens up. You know, based on the map, that you're on what appears to be sort of this northeastern edge of this small group of trees right here. So
Okay.
you know, and you also know from the X on your map that the farmhouse is somewhere to the east on the other side of, these hills are just kind of drawn on the map. There's hills
Mhm.
kind of all over.
So-
But yeah, you're kind of due west of where you think the farmhouse is.
Yeah. So if we head southeast a little, we'll probably run into that farm.
Sure, let's try that. I mean, if we go too far, we'll just hit the road again.
All right. We'll keep moving.
Okay, you guys continue to move through this marshy area, having to sometimes walk a large distance to get around some of these small potholes of water. Sometimes they have open water in the middle, and as you approach them, you flush up like ducks and other waterfall from the pond as they fly away. Other times you look up in the air and you can see that whatever that beast is that's soaring above continues to soar.
That beast makes me nervous.
Yeah, me too.
What if it's a green dragon?
Well, if it's a green dragon, it's probably mad at that wizard back in Hamlet, Burn.
Yeah, what is the story with that dragon anyway? Did he kill it? Did he kill the dragon?
I don't know. It's very,
Very nebulous.
mysterious.
It's kind of like, when you don't want to tell the whole story because the whole story's,
Maybe it wasn't very little anticlimactic, maybe.
Or maybe most of his party got eaten and he feels kind of bad about it.
That's probably what it was.
maybe he ran away screaming.
Well, if he ran
Maybe.
away, then there wouldn't be the story about him defeating the green dragon and getting all its treasure. But maybe it was eating all of his friends and he stole the treasure and ran.
It's hard to imagine that guy getting his boots muddy.
Here's where you guys are currently.
Oh, I wanted to make a special request the other day. Can you make that flag another color? Because when we're in town, it's actually really hard to see.
Nope. You're gonna have to get your
Wow.
prescription. You're gonna have to get your prescription renewed. Your
It's not in the
subscription.
budget.
Your
Are you
subscription.
colorblind?
No, I'm not. It's just the brown.
Mm.
It's hard to see.
Well, it's
And it's like 6 miles long.
here. Hold on.
There
You know what?
it looks like
You know what?
when
I'm-
you're
However
down-
long one of these hexes are. Oh, there we go.
Is that easier?
I like it when
better.
you make it bigger. Thanks.
I bet you do. All right. Lachlan,
Anyways.
roll a perception check.
Yes, sir. That's 13 plus 5, 18.
You mentioned your unease or your dis-ease. I don't know which one it is. Your nervous feeling as you look up at this beast flying overhead, and you get the sense that it is in fact flying almost directly overhead now.
Is it following us?
That's what I was
might
going
be.
to say.
Might be curious.
Is there anywhere to hide, or is it all just open land now?
It's pretty open. You could go back to the trees, which are probably, I don't know, maybe a half hour tromp through this sort of wet field, or you continue on.
Okay, look, one of two things. It's either nothing or it's a dragon. If it's a dragon, there's nothing we can do. It's going to eat us no matter what we do. So we just
Lachlan.
assume it's nothing and move on.
We can't be the biggest
mean-
things to eat out here. Right?
Yeah. I mean, we could be potentially. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's a dragon. It could be a rock. It could be a hawk. It could be a bat. It could be a vampire bat. It could be a giant
griffin.
eagle. It could be a
Could be a
griffin.
griffin.
It
It
could be
could be-
harpies.
Yep, it could be a harpy. Like, we don't know what it is, so I don't think we should really worry about it until we know. You know, it's out of our hands. It's so far away. If it decides to come down here, then we're gonna have to deal with it. But until then, we
It
just
pro-
we
probably
should stay
doesn't
aware
like
of
that.
it.
You guys are all looking at Norb as he's describing his insight, and you guys are all saying it could be this, it could be this. And Lachlan, you're kind of looking at the party. They're all looking at you with their backs turned to where this beast is. Meanwhile, you're looking up overhead above in the sky, kind of distracted as they're just kind of droning on about what it could be and what it is. And you can see now distinctively it is flapping its wings, and it is getting closer and closer as Norb continues to talk about all these options and how there's really no reason to be concerned at this point as this thing starts to flap its wings, and it almost looks like it's starting to dive towards you.
What?
Let's
It could be
run.
a
No run,
ghost.
no run, no run,
What?
run.
Back to the trees?
Move.
I've never heard
Running,
of a run before.
running.
we'll run
Oh,
back to
oh.
the trees.
Drop the wood.
You
drop
guys are
the
going to
wood,
run?
We
drop
need this.
the wood. Drop it.
Back the way we came, or further the way we're going?
Back to the trees.
Back
Yeah.
to the trees. All right.
Xanthi's already running. Like you guys are like, which way do we go? Which way do we go? And
Norb, drop the
Xanthi
wood,
took
let's
off.
go.
All right, I dropped the wood. Run back to the trees.
All right, everybody give me a dexterity, or let's say, actually, let's go athletics check on this.
Oh, thank you.
Athletics.
Yeah, athletics check, please.
Because holy moly.
Does anybody look back to see what it is, or are you guys just running as fast as you can?
I'm gonna be
Thank
looking
you.
back.
Xanthi will look back too
Okay,
with her.
so you'll roll with disadvantage.
9. Oh no.
I'm just fucking.
I'm going to use one of my advantages for this.
I got a
Yeah.
15 on
24.
my disadvantage roll.
Nat 1.
Oh
Wait, do you have
shit!
to roll at
You guys are running.
disadvantage?
Xanthi looks back, boom, hits a rock, falls flat on her face as the rest of you are running. And you don't
I'll
even
just,
notice
like,
that she's down.
spread out on the ground.
I will stop, turn around, and run back and grab her.
All right, roll initiative. Everybody roll initiative here as you start to see this monstrosity of a creature that has the head of an eagle. The front, it has 4 legs, the front 2 talons of an eagle, the muscular body of a lion, and just giant feathery wings. This is, for those of you that might know this type of creature, this is a griffin as it is now coming down, flying in. Xanthi's laying on the ground. Norb sees it. Desmond and Lachlan are still running. And this thing is coming, dive bombing in towards Xanthi and Norb. So you've got, let's see.
didn't
Lachlan,
read
are you a 25-foot distance on speed?
Yeah, I'm a shorty.
Okay. You're
I'm a
okay. So you got
shorty.
those cute short little legs.
Yeah, I got +6 athletics though, so maybe I make up for it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
All right.
does that athletics roll get us anything?
No. No,
All right.
not
Do
for
we-
initiative. 25 to 20. What was that, Xanthi?
Oh,
I got a 21.
initiative.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay. 20 for Lachlan. 15 to 20.
21. 21
night-
for me.
Gotcha.
Okay.
19 for Dez.
19 for Dez. Norb, what'd you get?
Who actually got a natural. Took me a second to roll. Natural 20 for 22.
Woo.
22. All right. All right. All right. So Norb, you're at the top of the order. You turn around, you see Xanthi fall down. You're going to close the distance and get back to her. You're going to use your action to help her up.
Yep, I'm going to run to her. I'm going
You
to
can
reach
get there.
down and just pick her right up, set her down on her feet, point at the griffin, and then pull out a light hammer.
Okay. All right.
You're not. You should yell at it something.
She says. Xanthi, it's your turn. You won't have to use half your movement to get up because he pulled you up.
Okay.
But you're on your feet now.
What do I know about griffins? Do I know anything about griffins?
Roll a nature
Are
check.
they? Okay.
I mean, nobody has said, "Hey, it's a griffin." You were just flat on your face. But you could turn around and look
Right.
at it.
Yeah, as I'm being hauled to my feet, and the thing is closing the distance at me, I rolled a 14.
You know that they are voracious carnivores. You've heard of
Okay.
these things, yeah. You're like, is that a griffin? And Norb's like, it is.
I will, I'll shout, "No! Bad!" And I will do a firebolt at it.
Okay.
Like somebody would do as an attacking dog.
All right. This could go very well or very poorly.
18.
It went very poorly because you hit. What's the damage?
Oh no.
7 fire damage.
Okay. It just happens to be in range as it's closing the distance. You do some fire damage to it as your fire erupts across its beak. It shakes off the flames as it just kind of like flies right through. It's doing this dive bomb, and it's almost like this really cool cinematic moment where the fire hits it and kind of like, and it just keeps flying right through the fire. Very Michael Bay. Do you want to move?
Yep.
Full movement?
Yes, please.
Okay. Norb's just kind of standing there as you take off. That brings us to Lachlan. Lachlan, I don't think you ever stopped running, so you're pretty far away from where Norb is anyhow.
Yeah,
You're about 70 feet ahead of him.
Do I notice that anything is going on behind me other than people running, like screams or the firebolt or?
Yeah,
anything?
you would have heard the firebolt for sure. I don't think anybody screamed necessarily, but Xanthi shouted out.
All right. Well, I'm going to.
You're 50 feet away, I should say.
All right. So I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna head back in their direction as far as I can make it and still cast a spell.
Okay.
Can I get a sense? I'm assuming the Griffin's diving for Xanthi because she hit him, but do I get a sense if it's aiming for her or for Norbsky?
I don't think you would be able to tell. It is this large creature that is coming down on these two medium-sized creatures. It's hard to say which one it's going to go for. You would have to make a decision.
Feet? Is it within 120 feet of me?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at it.
Okay.
Just to
Love
try
it.
and get it to come and mess with me.
I like it.
I'll use one of my advantages to make sure I hit this thing.
Heck yeah.
All right, I got a 19 plus my to hit is +5, so it's 24.
Yes, it hits you. You do hit it, I should say.
All right, that's 46 radiant damage.
Ooh, nice.
Not too bad. So that's 10, 15, 16 damage.
Barracks.
And yeah, I know. And if ever on a hit the target takes 46, the next attack roll made against it, this target for the end of my next turn has advantage.
Your any attack against it on its next turn has advantage. you
No,
say?
any attack against it until the end of my next, and the first attack before the end of my
Got
next
it.
turn.
Okay, so you hit it, and what was the total damage? Sorry.
16, I said, yeah. Radiant damage as
All right.
I run as far as I can, and then when I'm at, that I need to cast, I stop and I
You're about 25 feet from Norb. Xanthi has just passed you running. As you run
Right.
back, she comes past you.
launch this
Yep.
bolt of light.
Desmond, you're 60 feet away from Norb. As you turn to look back, you could see that that Lachlan kind of peeled off and headed the opposite direction. You're like, shit. You look back, you can see Norb about 60 feet away. Xanthi is about 30 feet away, running towards you. And you can see this large, eagle-like faced creature soaring in, just getting hit by radiant energy and fire from your friends, but it has not dissuaded its purpose.
So how far away am I from it?
You're probably about 90 feet.
All right. I'll turn around and I'm going to run half my movement to get within 80 feet of it.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot it with my crossbow.
So you're going to go 15 feet. Okay.
Now, what was up with that, the attack that you just made? Was
Your
there some
attack will
kind
have
of mechanical
advantage. Yep.
Okay. So will my sneak
Sorry, I
attack
was
apply to
telling
this
you.
then?
Yes, anytime you have advantage, your sneak attack applies, I do believe.
All right.
Is that true? That's a rogue thing.
Yeah.
Smoke it.
Smoke it if you got it.
Okay, that's 17 plus 6 to hit, so that's 23.
Yup, that'll hit.
And that is 5 piercing plus my sneak attack. Horrible roll. Another 5, so that's a total of 10.
Nice. Okay. You hit it with a bolt. It kind of like readjusts itself as it sort of takes that third hit. And it comes in kind of sideways towards Norb, and it comes down with a beak and a claw attack. We'll go with the beak attack first. It's going to try to chomp Norb, who's just standing there with your. Would you pull out a warhammer?
Can I just real quick?
No,
can
a
I
small
with-
hammer.
Small
Dave,
hammer.
can I just say with my bonus action, I attempt to hide?
Absolutely. Roll a stealth check. Roll a stealth check for me.
Natural 20
Ooh, very nice.
for a total of 28.
Wow, that's
Nice.
freaking sweet. Norb, I just rolled on the beak attack a 23 to hit. As it
Misses.
crunches into your shoulder, doing 10 piercing damage to you,
Oh my goodness.
and then it is going to grapple you with its claws and try to take you with it. Let's see. So you can roll a contested. You can either roll athletics or acrobatics. I'm gonna roll an athletics check. I do have one advantage from last week that I'm gonna use on this one.
Everyone together. Norb.
Run, Norb, run!
Ooh, I rolled really good.
So did I. What'd you get?
I rolled a total of a 21.
I got a 25.
Ooh, nice. It comes
Wow.
down and
Oh,
grabs
man.
into you. And it's kind of tearing at you and trying to pull you away, but it is unable to lift you off the ground. And it's your turn.
You're lucky because it was gonna take you into.
I'm going to try to grapple it and pull it down to the ground.
Okay.
I would like to burn an advantage as well.
All right.
So is this another contested strength check?
It is. Yep. I rolled a 21 again.
I got a 23.
Wow.
All right. So as it
Norb's
grabs
wrestling.
onto you, you grab onto it and you kind of like throw your arm around its head or something and grab onto it. All right. Very nice. You guys look back and you can see Norb is like grappling this giant griffin and is now it's struggling.
Get away from me.
Assert your dominance.
Mount it.
You know, I don't know if I can do this because that is an action to grapple, I'm sure.
Yeah,
But
you already used your action.
I would like to kind of lean my head towards its eye and kind of be like, it's okay. Shh.
I'm not even gonna have you roll anything because that won't work. But I like the flavor. Xanthi.
Okay. Oh man. I don't have anything that can just grapple or not murder things.
Murder it.
Yeah, I think it's okay to murder this thing.
Okay. I am going to, well, Norb's holding it, right? So I'm going to hold out my hands and try to be really careful, and I use all my energy to try to like not hurt Norb while aiming for this thing, and it'll come out as Sacred Flame.
Okay.
So that's
I'll
a
roll
Dex
Dex
15.
save. Okay. Uh, 15.
Okay.
It's afraid. This is funny. All right. Anything else, Xanthi?
No.
Did
Uh,
it succeed? Oh,
Yeah. Lachlan.
Can I make it to the beast with my remaining movement?
I would say yeah. You can get there with 25 feet of movement. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna come running in with the hammer and block it one.
All right.
Lock it. They get some sort of advantage because he's wrestling it, or
No, I was just looking at grappled condition.
Oh, wait.
it's
Let's roll this back. I have an ability. If I fail an attack roll.
Oh, that
I
wasn't an
can-
attack roll though. That was
You're
a-
right.
yeah.
Right. It was a.
it was a
never mind.
level, or a saving throw spell, right?
Yeah.
It was a saving throw.
Lachlan, you're gonna pummel it with something.
yeah, with my hammer.
All right.
I don't know what's my plus to hit on that thing. Warhammer plus 6, 17.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. Do I have a D8 somewhere? 5 plus 4, 9 points.
9 total.
Yeah, of Warhammer damage.
You just club it, and it's struggling with Norb, so you like hit it sort of in the shoulder, and you hear a crunch of bones under its left wing, and it just squawks super loud, almost piercing your ears. You almost have to like recoil from the sound of it. That brings us to Desmond.
All right. From my secluded perch on the grassy knoll, I will snipe this thing. Because I got a 28 on my stealth check. So,
Yeah, it has no idea where you are.
All right. Reloaded the crossbow. Here we go. Ooh. Ooh. That was a 19 plus 6 to hit, so 25.
That'll hit. Nice.
And that's 13 piercing.
13 piercing damage. You guys are clubbing this thing, and Norb is like got it grappled, and a well-placed bolt comes flying in and hits it right in the neck. It's kind of struggling, trying to flap its wings, one of which is not flapping very well, but it's still alive, just struggling and clawing and biting, trying to bite you guys. It is going to claw at, well, it's going to claw at the one that's grappling it for sure. Norb, that means you, buddy. Claw attack. That is a 14. That doesn't hit you, does it? Nope. And then it will try to bite you with its second attack. Nope. Lower. It's just
So it
struggling
doesn't even
now.
try to break free.
Nope. No, and you can tell, you can see by, like, you're right by its head, you can see that the life in its eyes is drained as it's just flailing and struggling to get away. It's not trying to get out of your grapple, but it's more trying to, like, scratch and bite at you. But it fails horribly.
Okay.
And now it's your turn. We're at the top of the order.
I am going to, give it a good squeeze with the arm and then just kind of reach out with my hand and just give it a slap right along the bottom of the chin. Right underneath the beak. Just try and put it to sleep.
Okay. So is this a non-lethal attack, or are you trying to kill it?
I would call it non-lethal, an attempt to go non-lethal.
Okay. Yeah, you can go non-lethal if you want to. I would actually, go ahead and roll, but then I'm going to have you make a secondary roll. But roll your
Okay.
attack first.
I rolled an 11.
You miss it. Or you hit it and it's ineffective.
Okay. Do I still need to roll a secondary roll?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in whatever you do, it doesn't seem to be working. But that's okay because you still got it held. It's not trying to break free now. It's just kind of clawing and it's starting to slow down. You can see that one wing is obviously broken from Lachlan's well-placed hammer time. And that does bring us to Xanthi.
Seeing that, like, my efforts to try to do this nicely didn't work very well, she'll do a big sigh and just hit Firebolt.
Okay.
Does 15 hit?
It does.
Okay. 10 fire damage.
Yeah, with the last blast of fire energy rippling across its head and its shoulders, the feathers being burned off. You can see some of the pale skin of this eagle underneath the feathers that have been burned away, and it just goes limp in your arms, Norb.
I'll let it go. And
drops
make sure
to the
I'm not
ground.
on fire real quick, and then kind of pat the flames out on the side of it.
Everyone okay?
Yeah,
Oh,
did
yeah.
you see the size of that thing?
Does
At least it
Can
wasn't
we-
a dragon.
Can we eat Griffin? Does anyone know? I don't want to waste anything.
I don't know. I think that's the first time I've ever seen one.
I hate to kill something so beautiful and majestic and not use it for something.
Well, I'm pretty sure
Right?
I would have flown off with you.
So first of all, we're not gonna walk around with a griffin corpse.
No, I
So,
agree.
you know.
But I mean, are we gonna walk all night?
You can take some of his feathers if you want.
I'm definitely gonna take some of its feathers. So I'm gonna start pulling some feathers, and then I'm gonna look and see, like, does it have, basic anatomy? Does it look like it has like good breast meat so that we could, like, I don't know, carve a nice size meal out of?
Roll a
Maybe
survival
on the
check
front
for
half.
me, Norb.
While he's doing that, I want to check if it's possible to tell if it's male or female.
Give me a nature check. Dungeon Mr. Ty, great to see ya. Thanks for being here, you guys. Thanks for the raid, Blue Box. We appreciate you and all the cheering, Techie Woman and Armin. Great to see you back. Phantom NJ, good to see you. Wandering Endlessly, thank you for being here. Awesome, Zerathon.
I got 13.
I got
13?
an 11 on the survival.
11 on the survival. You're not much of a, I wouldn't say, are you first of all, Norb, are you skilled in survival or no?
No.
Okay, you're not much of an outdoorsman. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You
I'm
know.
gonna be honest.
Yeah, thank you. I like.
But
when
I am
we're
an
honest with each
I am
other.
an animal handler. You know, I do like animals a lot.
You
so-
handled that animal quite well, I would say.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep. Nicely done. It's hard to tell. You think that there's probably some meat on this thing, but it also looks, from your best guess, it looks to be like pretty lean. Like these things are muscle and sinew. It's not like it's a Thanksgiving turkey running around a field,
Right.
you know?
Yeah,
This is a wild animal
eats the
that's
turkeys.
fighting for survival, right? The struggle to survive.
Yep.
You don't get the sense that there's a whole lot of meat on it. And
Right.
Lachlan, what'd you roll on your nature check?
13.
Yeah, no idea. Just kidding. It's a male.
Okay, thanks.
It's quite obvious.
I didn't
actually.
argue. I wasn't arguing.
Yeah,
I'm
no, it's yeah. You know what sex it is. I would say at this
Right.
point, I know someone had mentioned about traveling all night. It is probably like mid to late afternoon by this point. You guys have been sprinting back and forth across this sort of wet, grassy area, interrupted by little hills and crags, and but now you look up and you don't see anything soaring.
Well, that's a start. You guys need to take a short rest, or can we push on to the farm?
I'm all right. What about? I think if anything, Norb might need a break.
No, you know, I'm I'm okay. But
I'm gonna check Norb out because I don't trust him. Not I don't trust him like he's gonna stab me in my sleep, but I don't trust him to say how wounded he really is. So
I have a giant gash across my chest that's just weeping blood. But I look like I'm not like worried about it. I really do look like I'm not worried about it, but there's a pretty gnarly scratch across his chest.
Norb, 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 Norb. I will cast a cure wounds on him.
Nice. That's what friends are for.
That's what clerics are for, buddy.
Yep.
You didn't bring me here for my good looks. You brought me here for my healing and my destructo powers.
Best of both worlds.
So you get back 7 points, Norb. As I gently massage life back into your injured shoulder.
Nice.
Nice.
Feel a little like static electricity sort of crackling over your skin as it soothes the wound and closes off the blood vessels that are spurting.
You feel the soothing relief of the healing magics of your buddy Lachlan and the
Hell yeah.
encouraging words. And you press on towards the farmstead, and as you do, you continue over this sort of rocky, hilly landscape. And after about another hour and a half to 2 hours, there's sort of like the sun beginning to hang low in the afternoon sky. You can see the faint glimpse of what appears to be a structure. In fact, there are two structures on the horizon. According to the map, potentially this could be the location of the farmhouse that you've been seeking out. It seems to be kind of in the open. There are some trees nearby, but for the most part, it sits out in the open. You're probably on this hill, like just at the base of this hill, so to speak.
All right. Should we sit and watch them for a bit, or do we
Oh,
just
yeah.
go right up and
No, let's
give them a what for?
lay down on our stomachs and take a little look for a little while.
All right.
Okay.
Little
Might take a little
surveillance.
nap.
Yeah.
You can do a
You guys
short
want to
rest.
watch and all
Short rest surveillance.
Relax.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably a good idea. So as you stake this place out, you take a short rest. If you want to utilize any hit die to do so, feel free. If you have anything that recharges on a short rest, go right ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and take a short rest ourselves and recharge our own damn selves. Want to make sure that everybody is aware that we are doing a giveaway from our friends at CZRPG. It is an awesome bundle for your dungeon master, either you or that special dungeon master in your family. It's the Wilderness and Urban Encounters bundle. Lots of maps, lots of encounters. We're going to give this away at the end of tonight's stream. Exclamation mark drawing to get in on the win for that one. And then a big shout out to our new sponsor, Willy Wonka. Just kidding. The Honey and Sage Candy Company, you guys. We're sponsored by a candy company. What do you think about that? They do have a special going right now. Buy 3 orders of cotton candy and get one free. Use the code SAG3 to redeem that. This is our friend Hooley's company, and it's pretty awesome stuff. So check that out. Get in on the giveaway, and we will see you guys all in about 5 minutes. Thanks for being here. We are back, my friends. Thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Thanks for the follows, getting in on the drawing. It looks like we've got people who are interested in the Wilderness and Urban Encounters bundle, which is super awesome. We're super glad that our friends over at CZRPG are willing to don't make those donations so that we can give these things away to you, our friends in the chat, our chat buddies. All right, so my friends, my players have survived, actually thrived on a griffin encounter, testing your grit against an avian predator, which actually was no match for the 4 of you with your skills and your pretty good teamwork, I would say. I'm kind of proud of you guys.
We're
That's good
coming into
stuff.
our own.
You really are. You really are. And now we find you coming into a surveillance scenario late in the afternoon as you have eyes upon what appears to be a old farmstead near.
Bum, 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 bum.
That's right. You've got the that music going. You can see down below you. You're kind of on this hillside. You look down, you can see the high road, and you can see that it it appears to be little more than a two-track cart path at this point. Very different from when you left it at the copse of trees. It is much reduced and much disused, I would say. There are sort of these dun color shrubs and some brown wetland vegetation that sort of spring out of some of the mire and wetland areas surrounding the road itself. You can hear bird calls, but nothing quite as startling as the griffin call as it screamed as you murdered it. The road is narrow. It is disused, as I said. And you look down upon this building. You see an old farmhouse that appears to have holes in the roof from best you can tell. You're still a little ways away, I would say, from it. Probably a couple 100 feet at least on this hillside. And then there seems to be an outbuilding, a barn, perhaps. Everybody give me a perception check as you're staking this place out. And if you did take or if you haven't and you intended to use some hit die, please do so now before we move on.
Well, I wish we'd known if I spent a spell healing him. Hold on, I forgot to take off my advantage I used earlier. Let me do that.
I
Okay.
got a 21 perception.
So this is, we should call you guys Xanthi and the 20 pluses.
I got a 12.
Well, I'm not going to be 20
Xanthi, the 20 pluses, and Desmond.
I got 14 this time, so.
Okay, now we're getting back into like a normal D&D game. I like this. But then there's Norb. Norb, go ahead. 20.
Oh, I
Laser
didn't even
vision.
roll. I mean, he's not paying attention to around him right now.
All right, he's just kind of snoozing. As you stare up at the clouds, what do you see in the cloud as it goes past?
You know, just fond memories of seeing such a majestic creature flying, and kind of a little remorse having slaughtered such a powerful and truly amazing creature.
That's a very vivid cloud. Very, evoking a lot of emotion. I
Yeah.
like it. Yeah.
Little tears are going down Norb's cheeks a little bit, but they're like
He's,
Not like-
he's sobbing while everybody else
He's
is
not
staking out.
sobbing.
He's like,
Xanthi just goes, "Oh, look, a bunny!" The cloud goes by.
Norb, you wipe the tears from your eyes. All right, what did you guys? Who rolled a? You rolled a 21, Xanthi. You look
Yes.
down and you can see that the farmstead appears quiet. You don't see anybody milling about.
Do I see any smoke or lit fires or lights in the windows?
There is a chimney, but you don't see anything coming up from it. It's not a windy day, so you would expect that if there was a fire in the hearth, you might see the wisps of white smoke bellowing from the chimney, but you don't.
Is it warm enough to not have a fire in the hearth?
You would, based on the temperatures, it is cool and October-ish weather. So yeah, you would expect that maybe at this time of day, as the sun is hanging low and the temperatures are dropping, you might expect there to be some sort of a fire, either for food cooking or for warmth.
I'm not sure there's anyone home. I don't know why they wouldn't have a fire going.
Yeah, maybe their bandit duties have them out late tonight. They're busy ambushing someone. Who knows? Do you think we should go check it out?
We could. We could check it out, and if we're really worried, we could go back outside afterwards, or we could wait in there for them to come back and then spring upon them when they come in.
Or find a better, closer hiding spot. We've been sitting here for like over an hour, right?
Yes, by this
like
point.
short rest.
Yep.
Period of time. Yeah, I say we move up.
Let's just go in.
Go check it out. See what they have
Yeah.
in there.
Lachlan and Xanthi will protect us.
I will try to. Should we just knock on their door?
Let's just go in. There's no
Let's go in
fire
the back
going. No
way,
one's
maybe.
home. And if there is someone home, why don't they have a fire? Because they're freeloaders.
They're definitely squatting. Wonder who owned this farm anyway. All right,
Xanthi's gonna go up to the front door, and she's gonna knock.
Oh, you guys, so you're gonna make your way up, basically. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna go up.
Okay.
I'll go in the front just in case we get.
Okay, so yeah, Xanthi, you're not quite to the cottage or the farmhouse. You're kind of overlooking it. So if you're gonna work your way up, are you just gonna kind of stroll up? Do you guys want to stealth up? How do you want to approach? Just nonchalant walk up?
I would prefer to stealth, but
You can.
we don't know how many of them there are going to be. It's better to surprise them.
Actually, before we start moving, I'm gonna like pull everyone down and be like, Des, why don't you go first? Peek around, look around, take a look see. You're pretty shady. You can sneak in there a little bit.
Shady.
Yeah.
This is
shady.
not shady. What a thing
Shady.
to say.
That means like, like sneaky.
Oh, sneaky. I'll give you that.
Okay, yeah, that's what I meant.
Shady implies untrustworthy.
What? I didn't say that. I said shady.
It's okay. It's okay. Anyways, I'll sneak up. I don't mind.
Shadowy.
Shadowy.
I like that. That's cooler. I'll be
Very
shadowy.
Nice.
All right.
So Des,
Des.
you're gonna sneak up.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Des will
Get
sneak
ready
up
for the arrows. Give me a
around
stealth check.
the back side of the building,
Okay.
not right up to the front door.
Okay. So you're gonna go around the back.
Stealth
Got
check.
it. Yes, please.
Yeah, I'm going to use an advantage for this one.
Okay.
I'm glad I did.
Would you
That's
roll?
a total of 18.
Just like a ghost. As the shadows are growing long, you're easily able to move quickly and stealthily between small bushes, some trees that still have leaves upon them. They're orange and yellow in color, as if they could fall off of the tree at any moment. Some of the trees themselves having no leaves on them as we do get closer into the late fall. Are the rest of you going to move up as well, or are you letting Des get in there and do some recon?
Well, I'm gonna do some recon otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him go up there, but I'll kind of keep an eye, make sure that nothing happens.
Yeah. Me as well. If it looks like he's getting into a pickle, I'm gonna be ready to full speed.
Yeah,
Okay.
if anything attacks him, I'll firebolt it.
What's the range on Firebolt?
Oh, like
I
120
think it's-
feet.
Yeah, 120.
Okay, so you're gonna stay within a relatively close distance, but far enough to not be seen. But you probably want to roll a stealth check as well, Xanthi, for me.
Okay. Ooh, natural 20.
Ooh,
Nice.
also
For
a
22.
ghost. Very nice. And the rest of you are following suit, I imagine, coming up,
Yeah, but less
bringing up the rear.
stealthy.
Okay. If you want to roll a stealth check, you can, or you can just kind of make your way without rolling stealth.
I'll wait and see what Lachlan does.
Oh yeah, it's not gonna happen. So
Yeah.
Just gonna-
Lachlan may be trying to stealth, but if he's not,
funk
if he's
around.
loud, I'm gonna just be loud with him.
Okay. So the two of you are coming up the rear. Des, as you get closer, you can see the cottage standing before you. Xanthi, you start to see it as well as you're following behind the rest of you shortly thereafter. You see from the front of the building, coming off of the high road, that there is this disused path that crosses a narrow spot near what appears to be a small wetland, a mire, if you will, dank and bugs and insects flying around, some tall cattail-like vegetation. The cottage itself has worn walls of rock and plaster that have all but crumbled to reveal sort of like the bones of the building. Some timbers perhaps cut from nearby trees to give it some structure. The dwelling showing ravages of time, holes in the western side of the roof. As you come in, you can see, because you're kind of coming in from the northwest now, you can see that there are holes in the roof. You cannot see any of the doors per se, but you do see that it is quiet. Give me a perception roll, please.
Natural 20
Holy cow.
for a total of 22.
Wow, nicely done. It doesn't look like anyone is here, as best you can tell. There's no noise of human activity that you would expect. Even if someone is trying to be extremely quiet, why would you be trying to stealth around in your own hideout? You know what I mean? Like, they're not,
Mhm.
if
Yeah.
this was some sort of a bandit hideout, they don't seem to be utilizing at this moment, from best you can tell.
So how close to the building have I gotten?
You're probably about 40 feet from what appears to be a broken stone perimeter wall. Beyond that, another 10 to 20 feet or so is the actual structure itself. So you're probably about 50 to 60 feet away.
All right, I'll move up to the wall,
Okay.
and then as long as I don't hear or see anything, I'll kind of just motion for the rest of them to move up.
Okay.
Okay. Xanthi will move silently up to the wall.
Give me a stealth check, both of you. Norb and Lachlan, are you going to also move up?
Yep.
Do you need one
I'm
from
going to
Des
roll
too?
with the advantage.
I kind of want to stay close enough that
Okay.
we can be with them within the first round if something happens, but not too close that we're gonna totally mess up their stealth. If
Okay.
that's work.
Okay. Xanthi, what'd you roll for stealth?
Dirty 20.
Wow.
Well,
Des
my
need
other
to
one
roll
was a
again?
2, so that would have been a 4.
Dave, did you need me to roll again?
Yes, please.
16.
I thought you were going to say another natural 20.
No, I
Sorry.
was cursing how low I rolled.
All right. And then the others?
What do you need? A stealth roll?
please.
With my penalty, I have a penalty. Oh, I have disadvantage. Oh,
Yep.
damn, son. Oh, that sucks because I just rolled a natural 20, but I'm gonna have to go with the 9, which is gonna give me 10.
Okay. Yeah.
I
You
got
eventually
11.
you and Norb make it up to the wall near Desmond and Xanthi, and you can look about, seeing now much closer the sort of dilapidated state of this structure. You don't see a whole lot for tracks or equipment or anything. There's a broken stone wall. There are trees that have fallen down over the top of it, crumbling it. In fact, I have a map here that I'll share with you to show you.
Oh,
the
you
map.
have a map, eh?
I do. So you guys are up in this corner at the edge of the wall near this big tree.
Well, these houses are just dark pits of darkness to dark nowhere.
Where
Possibly.
there's a map, there's a fight.
Are there any windows
Maybe.
facing our direction, Dave?
There are no windows facing your direction that you can see through at this point.
And the other building down there is like the barn.
That's your best guess. Is beyond on the other side of the building. As you came in, you could see it. It's a little bit smaller, and it's outside of like the perimeter wall. So you guess it's some sort of an outbuilding, not necessarily the main house.
Still no sign of life. No flames, no fires, no smell of anything cooking.
No. You can
All right,
see beyond on the other side of the wall. Let me zoom out a little bit here. As I go over here, you can see that there's like a marsh area to the northeast on the map that is filled with cattails on one end. There's the path out here in the front that leads out to the high road. And then there's a small like side path that goes over to what appears to be the barn. It's got like a thatched roof on it. This main building has like this broken tile roof.
Some take the high road, some like the low road.
I'd really like to get a look inside that house.
Well, before you do that, can you check if there are tracks around the house, like if people have been coming and going, or
Can we see tracks from where we are?
You can't see any tracks from where you are.
It would be very weird if they were going this way over the wall if they lived here.
yeah, no, but I mean like
Yeah.
around the area. If they lived here, they would be walking around the house, right? So I thought maybe like
You could
Yeah.
do a little bit more investigation like
around here.
checks, but you'd have to get on the
Oh.
other side of the wall to do that.
Yeah. On our approach, was I able to see the backside of the building?
Yeah. Yep. You came
Right,
in
so
like
would I
around
know if
this
would I
tree
know
right
if-
here.
okay? So would I know if there's any like windows back here?
Yeah, you didn't
Or
see any.
doors.
Okay.
Nope.
All right.
Okay.
It seems to
we
be a
just
go-
very simple structure.
Yeah. We might just have to open up the front door. There's no windows.
At least they won't see us coming if they are inside.
All right. Des will sneakily hop over the what's left of the wall here and move up to this side of the building.
Okay. Give me a stealth check, please.
Guidance.
Guidance is a D4, is that
thank
right?
you, GDTRFB 1995. Just cheered.
Uh,
Who is that for, my friend?
That's a total of 24 in my stealth.
Okay, yeah, you make it up to the side of the building here, underneath the eaves, up against the wall, just up against it.
So I don't know. Will the 24 get me up to maybe here so I can kind of peer around the corner?
Sure.
All right. Just want to see if there's like the barn doors open, or if I see any sign of like recent activity.
You can see a decrepit barn over there to the eastern side down here. The structure is barely standing, it looks like. There is a door on this side here that is closed as far as you can tell from that angle. There's thin strips of peeling paint on the sides And there are holes and gaps between what were like studs that were built to hold the structure up.
Very mysterious. I'm just gonna turn around and just be like, don't see anybody.
Hey, Lachlan. Psst, psst.
What you got?
What if we just, I don't know, walked around to the front and then we just like yelled over and we're like, hey, is anyone home? We're just weary travelers looking for a place to stay. And then, you know, drew attention to us so that, you know, if anyone's inside, you know, they'd be, and then like, you know, Dez and Xanthi could, you know, watch for anything that might happen. And then maybe if we do get, I mean, I don't think anyone's home, I'm gonna be honest.
I'm bagging what you're dropping. Let's do it.
All right.
So you guys are gonna act like bait?
Yeah, we're gonna walk around to the front of the house and
I'm gonna keep an
basically-
eye on the barn kind of side of the thing.
ooh, good call. Yeah, and as we get to like the wall in front of the front door, we're gonna yell out and be like, excuse me, is anyone home?
Okay, so are you guys gonna kind of go around to this area here?
Exactly.
Okay.
Xanthi is just gonna sneak up, but stay covered by the wall so
Okay.
that she can like hit anything if there's an attack.
I like it. You guys are like a well-oiled
Sniper.
machine all of a sudden. It's like SWAT team here. I love it. All right, so Norb and Lachlan, you're walking up to the front. Dez, you're hiding along the corner. Xanthi, you're hiding at the edge of that rock wall. Xanthi and Dez, give me a stealth check each, please. And then Norb, as you call out, about how close do you get before you call out?
I will call out pretty much at the wall so that should something suddenly come running out or shooting out, I have some coverage.
Okay.
Cover.
And Lachlan, as you look over to your right, you can see that the door to the barn is just barely cracked open. But other than that, it obscures most of what's inside the barn.
And the doors, I'm sorry, the doors on the side, on the northwest side, or on the southeast side?
So
It's on
there
the
is a
south-southeast side.
door here. Oops. I can't do that. There is a door here. And there is a door on the barn right here. Now, as you look at the door to the building, Norb, the house, you can see that there is a disused wagon kind of broken off to the side, right to the left of the door right here. There are thorny vines that have covered parts of it. You can see the wall here has been patched with planks maybe taken from the barn walls perhaps, and there are thorns and brambles kind of climbing over and tearing apart the rocks. The door to the house itself is wide open. It's actually fallen in.
Well, shoot, I'm gonna just slowly walk up towards the door and peek inside. I'll look back at Lachlan and be like, hey, Lachlan, as I'm doing that too.
Yeah, so I'm gonna still facing the door of the barn. I'm gonna back up so I'm closer to him.
Okay.
But I'm still gonna keep like my shield up and sort of facing the barn and look over my shoulder at Norb once in a while.
Okay. And meanwhile, Xanthi and Dez are watching Norb approach.
I rolled a 25 on my stealth, by the
All right.
way.
Thank you, Xanthi. What'd you get?
Well,
All right, Norb, as you can look in now into the space, and you can see that there is sort of like an open room inside. There are broken furniture piled about, a collapsed table, broken chairs, sideboard cabinets hanging askew, shattered clayware dishes littered about the floor. And you kind of peek your head in. Do you step inside? Or do you just peer inside?
I'll peer inside from the doorway for a moment, really look around before I decide if I'm going to step in.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
I got a 16.
Okay. So you look to the left and you can see that there is a broken table and a bench and an old bed in the corner. Above the bed, which isn't depicted on the map, there's a ladder that goes up to a loft area that covers about, 10 feet out from the wall. So that would be kind of like, like right here, perhaps. Overhang of some kind of a loft with a ladder up to it, right? You look to the left, you see that. You look to the right, and you see movement over here inside this room. This is a doorway here with no door. These are walls here. There's another room off to the right, and you see movement pass by the doorway just momentarily, and as you notice it, it's gone.
Okay. I'm going to look back at Lachlan. I'm going to say, hey.
Anything?
Yeah, there's some movement. Come with me.
I don't want to leave this behind us unchecked. Can you hold where you are? I'm gonna
I can.
find that barn.
I can. So I will guard the door and wait for Lachlan to check the barn.
Okay.
I will go carefully around to the.
While I'm doing that, I might look over towards where I think Xanthi is based on what I thought was some rustling branches earlier. And I'll be like, and like point towards the back of the house.
Lock and roll a perception check for me as you head over to the barn.
Yes, sir. I'm going to use one of my advantages on it.
Okay. Do you go into the barn or you just peer into it?
First, I'm going to stop at the door and peer inside. I got for perception, I got 21.
Wow. You can
Am I
see that
bandit?
most of the area there's like this main open area. You see piles of moldy hay. There appear to be a few rusting tools laying about, a pitchfork, a hoe, a shovel, that kind of thing. There's a 2-person saw, long-handled pickaxe. There are a couple of saws and hammers hanging from the walls in like a little bit of a tool shop area. They waver a little bit as the wind kind of blows through. As you recall, some of the walls have holes in them and wind kind of like breezes through and you hear that sort of clang of some of the tools.
Is
There
that
are-
a door at the other end?
There is a closed door on the other end, and between that main room and that door are what appear to be possibly horse stalls.
Right.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Norb, you've kind of whistled over to Xanthi, given Xanthi a signal. What are you doing, Xanthi?
I think Xanthi is confused because she knows there's no windows or doors in the back of the house. So why she would go over to the back of the house doesn't make any sense. But she will, you know what? She will stealth up, move up over here, and still hide behind the wall.
Okay. Give me another stealth check. Hi, Scarpy TV. How you doing? And Dez, are you maintaining your position, or what do you want to do?
Oh, you know what? I'll walk up around the corner and, is this, I'll come up behind Norb.
Okay.
What's going on? Do you see anything in there?
Just a little movement, I saw a little bit back there in the corner. I'm about to yell out, but I was going to wait till Lachlan gave me the thumbs up.
Meanwhile,
Right.
Lachlan.
I'm going to signal to Xanthi to come back me up.
Xanthi, you're getting signals from left and right. What do you want to do?
I'll message Lachlan. What is happening?
I want to go check in here, but I'd like you to come by the door and watch my back.
Okay.
I'll look back and I'll look around, see if I can see Xanthi as she's going towards Lachlan.
Roll a perception check. Xanthi, what was your stealth check?
13.
I see her. I got a 22.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Again?
Jesus.
Yeah, natural 20.
Wow, that's like 7 so far, I think. Is anybody keeping track?
It's a bunch.
It's a lot.
I didn't
Alright,
even
so-
realize it was a
Very
natural
stealthy
20. I just
for
know I have the +2.
A big guy.
So Xanthi, go ahead. We're not in initiative or anything like that. We're just sort of moving pieces around the playing board here. Where do you want to be, Xanthi? Go ahead and place your token wherever you want to end up.
Okay. Well, I'll go over here if that's where Lachlan is going.
Yeah, when she approaches, I'll sort of signal for her to come sort of where I am by the door, and I'll go in.
Okay. As you enter into the space, Lachlan, you can see to the left that there are broken crates. Some firewood has been stacked there. To the right, there are open sacks of maybe grain or seed or something that has gone spoiled. There's a wooden ladder that leads up to a loft, similar to in the other in the house. There's a loft above the stalls themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You also notice as you take that in and look above you that there is a massive, multi-legged arachnid creature that is going to drop down and attack you. You have woken a giant spider. Please roll initiative. You and Xanthi, please roll initiative.
That's a big one.
I'm not even gonna look at the fucking. I fucking hate spiders. I'm not even gonna look at the thing. I don't want to see the art.
It's not that scary,
Okay.
unless you hate spiders.
I fucking hate spiders. When you started describing this thing on the ceiling, I got shivers.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It wasn't in your player safety form.
No, it's because I don't really care that much. It just gives me a short little thrill of fear, but then I'm alright.
Creepy crawlies.
I rolled a nat 1 for a 3.
Okay, Xanthi has a 3. Lachlan, what do you have?
I have 14, 15, I guess. Plus 1 is my
15.
initial. Yeah, 15.
15. Okay. Well, I rolled higher than you this time.
That's okay. I like it when that happens.
This creature, using its movement, kind of just lowers slowly down from its little nest of webbing in the top of the barn, and it's just clittery clattery with its little front legs and its mouthpieces chittering and chattering. It is going to come down and it is going to shoot a web at you. All right. So.
Kill it with fire.
That is going to be a 17 to hit you with the web.
That fails.
All right. So you see it coming down and you stagger back as it shoots. It is your turn.
Can I stagger back out through the door?
You can try to, yeah.
All right, so I will disengage, telling Xanthi to move back, but I will disengage and sort of move out, but I'm not going to go past Xanthi. Like, I want to stay between it and Xanthi.
Okay.
And I am going to... Now, this is where I wish I had fire, but I don't have fire.
So are you disengaging or are you not disengaging?
I am disengaging.
Okay. So that does take an action.
Yeah, that's fine. I was just looking at what my bonuses were. Don't have really any bonus that's worth doing. So yeah, so I'm gonna disengage. I'm gonna step back, but I'm gonna stay between it and Xanthi. I'm gonna tell Xanthi, back out, and fucking shoot some fire in that thing.
All right. So Norb and Dez, you hear that shouting because you're not that far away. If you guys want to, you can get in on the action by rolling initiative. You will not be able to be in this round, but you'll get into the next round. Xanthi, it's your turn.
Oh God, what is that?
a giant spider. Now you can kind of see it coming down, and it had shot a web across the barn, missing Lachlan just by inches.
Yeah, she is going to, at the encouragement of Lachlan saying, kill it with fire, she will reach out her hands past his shoulder and cast Firebolt at it.
Okay.
And then step back. I'm going to say, step back once you've fired your firebolt.
23.
That will hit.
Nice.
For 6 damage.
Okay. Nice.
And then
Flame just ignites onto it, and you hear it hiss.
and she will step backwards
Okay.
out the door.
All right. So
Well, she wasn't in the building, she was outside.
Yeah, you were just outside the door. You backpedal about 10 feet away from the structure itself. Norb and Des, what did you have for initiative? If you want to get in on this, you don't have to.
Sorry, I was muted. I rolled an 8.
Okay.
And
Norb?
if he's rolling it, I'm rolling it. So I got an 18.
And Lachlan, what did you have again? Do you remember?
Yeah, I had 14.
Okay. So Norb. Okay. All right. So at the top of the order, Norb, you are at the top of the order. What do you want to do? You hear
gonna
Lachlan
dash.
shouting, and then you see Xanthi kind of backpedaling out after having shot fire into the space.
Yeah, I'm dashing. I'm gonna dash, try and get as far over there as I can.
Okay. Yep. So you can move 30 feet, and then you're 30 feet for your dash action.
And can we move diagonally? I can't remember. Oh, I thought we did.
Yeah, that's fine.
Down and over was 10. Oh, we can. Let me double check.
But 5e is you can move straight or diagonally. And it's
Yeah, the
not
last
restricted.
time we played, we didn't, but we're doing it this time.
Oh,
That's fun.
All right, that gets me to about there.
Okay.
So I'm going to stand shoulder to shoulder with Lachlan. I'm going to reach to my side, pull out a small hammer. Say, well,
What are you going to do with that thing? Put up a picture?
no, I mean, you sounded scared. I just thought I'd come help you out.
I am scared. Look at that thing.
What thing? I'll peek inside the door, see the giant spider, be like, oh. Yeah, this should be all I need.
All right. So that's your turn. That brings us to the spider, which is going to shift inside here. Now you can actually see it, Norb, as it appears at the entrance. It is going to attack Lachlan, who had just run out of its space, with a bite attack.
I let it hit me.
Does a 23 hit.
Yes.
All right. That will be a total of... Oh. Oops. That's going to be 10 piercing damage.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm reloading. I accidentally closed the...
I'm going to use my reaction
Okay.
to summon the wrath of my god upon this fucking ugly, disgusting, 8-legged beast of get the hell out of here.
Okay.
So go ahead and make a DC check.
All right. What am I checking?
It's a DC 13 dex.
Dex. 13.
All right, so you take half damage.
Okay.
I will use my my class ability to do max damage.
Your destructive wrath.
Yeah. Bring home the bacon. So you will take 8 points of lightning damage.
That's already halved.
Yeah, that's already halved.
Okay, so 8 total. All right. Yeah, lightning streaks down and hits this thing as it's starting to come out of the barn. That was your reaction, and now it's your turn, Lachlan.
All right. Well, on my turn, I'm not impressed with this thing. I will not use another spell, though. I will hammer it. I'll use one of my advantages to hammer it big time.
Nice.
And I got a 15 is my good roll with my plus 6 to hit, so 21 to hit.
Oof. Yeah, that definitely hits.
Nice. And then it's going to take...
Oh, I forgot something. Go ahead.
What do you want to...
Yeah, I need a con save from you, from the bite.
Is it poison?
Yes.
I am resistant to poison.
Okay.
So I have
So,
advantage.
well, no, you'll just take half damage.
Okay, because it says here advantage against poison.
Oh, okay. Then you have advantage. That's not resistance, though. But go
Natural
ahead.
20. Well, because I have defenses, it says resistant to poison. And then in my saving throws, it says advantage against poison.
Holy shit. All right. Well, a natural 20 is always going to do well. So, yeah, you're good.
Sweet. That's why I wasn't too worried about it.
So you save, but there's still damage that you're going to take. If you have resistance on half damage, so you'd take half of half damage. Correct?
Yep.
Okay. So that will be half as much on a successful save. So only 5 poison damage.
Okay. And I got max damage on my Warhammer, so that's 12 points of damage.
Okay, so not fully poisoned, but definitely feeling the sting of the poison from the bite. You crack this thing across the head, splitting the carapace, and it just kind of splits apart, and there's like this green hemolymph, kind of blood-like pus that starts to drip down, and you just see this thing teeter on its legs, and then it falls to the ground with its 8 legs just kind of like just flinching, and then all of a sudden it goes motionless.
I back the flying F away from that freaking stable.
Do you think it was poisonous?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you look
what the
down.
hell's going on
You
down
can
here?
look down at where it pierced you with its bite, Lachlan, and there's like this radiating sort of like black in your veins. It's not good.
Oh wow, that looks terrible. Holy moly! Can I get a sample of that?
Watch out. Watch the door. There's something in that building.
What the hell's going on over there?
What building?
The one that you left as there's.
Well, how did you know?
Because you told me.
Oh yeah.
Is there another spider?
Oh, but look at your chest, dude. It's
Are we
I
out of
know.
initiative?
nasty.
I know.
Yes.
Just keep an eye on that
You're out
thing.
of
There's
initiative.
more spiders in there. Watch out.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
move down towards
right.
them.
Burn that thing down.
I'm gonna look back at the house that Des is leaving right now and quickly move back towards it to make sure whatever I saw moving inside doesn't sneak out the doorway while we're distracted over here.
Okay. Roll a
Whoa.
perception check.
Do you think you saw another one of those?
I don't know. There's a lot of crap on the roof here. There might be another one in there. Just burn the thing down. Burn it down. Light it up.
13.
Hard to believe bandits would sleep in here.
13? Yeah, you don't see any movement from where you're at.
Do you want me to burn the barn?
No, that might attract too much attention. Smoke.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's dead.
This hurts. This is disgusting. Can I squeeze it, you think?
Right now, this giant spider is kind of blocking the entrance. You could push it out of the way, but you'd probably need to use some assistance from friends to
No,
do so.
leave it there. It'll block the door if there's anything in there. It'll block them coming out.
We should probably search the barn at some point, though.
Right, but it is being blocked, as Lachlan said, so let's see what was moving in the house.
All right.
And Xanthi's gonna move up from
Yeah,
a
I'll move up.
distance, like she's gonna creep over the side of the wall and see if she can see in.
Okay, so you're heading back over to the house. Okay,
Yep.
yeah, you can get up to a point where you can see back into the house, and again, it's sort of this dilapidated, abandoned-looking farmhouse with broken furniture. There's no front door. The front door is laying on the ground. You can see into this common room as Norb is kind of standing there. Norb, you look back in and you don't see anything. There's a loft off to the left with a ladder that goes up to it that kind of covers up that bedroom area. Go ahead, Xanthi.
What noise do spiders make? Should we do a spider call?
Oh, good lord.
I don't know what noise spiders make. I think they respond to noise. You could probably
So,
do or say anything and it'll probably show up.
While they're
just
talking
make
like
a
this,
big noise.
I'm gonna take my hammer and just hit the wall next to me a couple times. Hey, anyone home?
You don't get a response.
All right. At that point, I'm gonna step in slowly, but I'm gonna move towards where I saw movement earlier.
Oh, he's going in. We better go help him.
Yeah, someone go back him up.
I'm gonna
Norbis,
watch
you-
my step too.
You can hear the floorboards creaking under your weight. You're a big guy. Floorboards are broken in front of you in some spots, and you kind of have to step over the broken areas. From that position, you don't see anything yet. You can see through this doorway here. There we go. Bright, a little bit brighter.
Check the ceilings.
I'll look up when I hear that. Do I see any spider webs?
You see cobwebs. You see some spider webs. Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It's basically an open floor plan, aside from the fact that there's a loft, there's a ladder going up
Right.
to it, and then there's like this weird like area off to the right that there's a doorway that doesn't have a door on it, and that's where you saw the movement was up in this area.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna keep moving towards it.
Okay.
All right, Xanthi's gonna move up behind us.
I'll kind of just like slowly move into the place, but have my crossbow out just in case
Okay.
something goes down.
Lachlan, what are you up to out there?
I'm pretty banged up, so I'm kind of gonna hang out here, keep an eye on the barn, but sort of just be here in case they need me. But I'm pretty banged up, so I'm gonna like have a knee down and kind of scope in the air, make sure nothing comes up behind us.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Hot damn!
Norb, as you get to the corner of the entryway, you can look back. You look to the left, you see crates smashed, bottles up in this corner smashed. It looks as though this place has been disused for years almost. There's cobwebs and there's spider webs. There's a broken hearth here with the stone has been crushed and fallen apart. More crates broken. There's a table over here with broken dishware. And there's a blue glow as you see some sort of apparition-like visage of what appears to be a man wearing plain breeches and suspenders. In his hand is a broom, a spectral broom, and just appears to be sweeping.
Thinking back on my time studying the arcane in the school and my time, being very interested in situations like this kind of, unexplained arcane phenomena. Would I have heard anything like this about spectral ghosts or anything like that haunting a place?
You've been told ghost stories before with your school friends. People would tell ghost stories and that sort of thing.
No scientific, practical application stuff?
I mean, for the most part, your instructors would have laughed off apparitions as hoaxes or people's imaginations, perhaps.
Okay.
Roll a perception check.
Norb. What is it?
Got a 13 on my perception.
Okay. As this individual is sweeping and tightening, it kind of turns a little bit, not actually looking at you, but as it turns sort of sideways to you, you can see that there is at least one, maybe two daggers that are sticking out of its chest.
You know, I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna just kind of lean in a little bit and be like, well, hello there.
Sweeping.
Okay, I'm going to back out.
While this is all happening, Xanthi, you can kind of see Norb moving back. What are you doing while
What is
he's
it?
in there?
What's going on? Is there another spider?
No, it's a ghost.
What?
Just a ghost.
What did you say?
It's a ghost.
A ghost?
Yep. It's just sweeping.
Sweeping ghost.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep backing out.
Okay.
Did he look
Come on,
friendly?
Des. Come on, Des.
No.
I'm
Okay. Okay. I'll start backing out as well.
Yep. So there's a. Well,
Lachlan, you see them all walk back out of the farmstead.
Oh, is there a goddamn spider in there also?
There's a ghost.
yeah,
in there,
just a
he
ghost.
says.
I think
Oh.
the
We're having a little
denizens-
huddle on the lawn.
Yeah, I think the denizens who were here.
Is it
never
a spider?
left.
Is it a spider ghost?
No,
Are you sure that's what you saw? What
it.
ghost?
I promise you.
Did he do anything when you tried to talk to him?
Nope, just kept sweeping, and I'm very grateful for that.
Right.
How do you
so I
kill a
think-
ghost? Or should we just leave it?
Yeah,
Well,
I don't think the bandits are hiding out here. If there's, ghosts and giant effing spiders. I mean, I wouldn't live here.
right. It's I mean, if you're oh gosh,
But did you see?
Could
Was
be.
there like, if there's a ghost, were there like bodies and stuff in there?
I didn't see any bodies. I saw a dilapidated house, and I saw someone sweeping with 2 daggers in their chest.
Well, this place was, pretty affected by the evil
yeah,
that was
yeah.
here many
Yep.
years ago.
Yep. So like we have 2 options here. I really think we have 2 options here. We could oh my gosh, there's a ghost in there, guys. Okay. We have 2
Do I know
options.
anything about ghosts?
Right.
I don't know. Do I know
we
anything
could
about
leave
ghosts,
it,
Dave?
or we could try to interact with it, but I don't know that we need to reclaim this farmhouse.
Right. Could it's well, personally, can you imagine
Do you think
dying and then being stuck sweeping your
Yeah, but if so,
crappy dilapidated house for the rest of
Is it
your
possible
eternity?
his
that-
home?
is
He's
it
in his
possible
home.
that he's trapped here because he was murdered and the body wasn't given proper burial rights?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Maybe we can
That's
help
exactly what I was
when we
thinking.
move
Yeah.
on to the afterlife. If we
Yep.
find the body.
Des, you
Oh, we
asked
burned
if
this
you
place
know
to the
anything
ground.
about ghosts. Give me an Arcana check.
Yeah, I asked also at the same time. I think we asked at
Oh.
the same time.
Yeah,
Discover.
roll an Arcana check then, and let me know if you are actually proficient in Arcana.
I am,
Oh,
but
Okay.
I only rolled a 3, so that's a total of 9.
I am not, but I rolled a 15. So can we put our heads together?
I'm proficient in Arcana.
go ahead and roll an Arcana check. Everybody wants to see about these ghosts.
You think you could talk to it?
16.
Oh, sweet Xanthi.
So, all of you have heard ghost stories as kids. You know, you've not none of you have had encounters with ghosts, to my knowledge. Maybe things that you thought were ghosts, perhaps. Maybe Lachlan, I don't know. But
On the boat for sure, man. There's always ghosts out in the sea.
that's right. But what you would know, Xanthi, from the stories that you've been told about ghosts, possibly from the folks that you grew up with, maybe you overheard some stories about how oftentimes ghosts will haunt an area because something has either disrupted their ability to move on to the other planes of existence for those that have died, or something is tethering them to the material plane. That's about as much as you know.
I will explain that to the group.
So there was a story back when I was on boats. There's a story called The Ghost of the Navigator, and it was this boat had gotten into trouble. And while everyone was trying to bail water, the navigator had stayed, and he tied himself to the wheel to make sure that he wouldn't let go of it. And so when the boat sank, eventually everyone else ran to the little boats. What the fuck are they called?
Life rafts.
Lifeboats.
Lifeboats.
The
But he
dinghy.
couldn't go because he was tied to this wheel, and they left him there, and he died. And they say that forever after that, whenever a boat got into that same area, people at night would see this navigator chained to the wheel of their boat at night. And it wasn't until someone actually went on a diving expedition and pulled his body out of where the boat had sunk and brought it out, and he was still chained to the wheel. And they brought him out, and they gave him a proper burial at sea, that the ships that went in that area stopped being haunted. So we probably
So
have to,
if we want to make sure that this ghost moves on, we should find his body.
well, he's got daggers in his chest, so I'm assuming the spider didn't kill him, unless that spider was packing some heat. That
Can a spider stab you?
Well, it
that
stabbed me
seems
pretty
like
bad.
too much. That's overkill.
but yeah, but I mean, I don't know, it
That's
stabbed me,
Greyhawk,
but not.
baby.
So let's take a look. If he's tied and he's sweeping in there, the body might be somewhere in there. So I think we should take a look inside that house. Let's try not to disturb the ghost while we do it. But let's take a little look around the house and see if we maybe find his body or something. Be good to put him to rest. I mean, God knows he's been sweeping long enough. Man gets tired.
And besides, that house is not any cleaner.
Yeah, it's
No.
kind of like a
I don't think he's
Sisyphean
doing much.
task. I don't know who Sisyphus is, but
Who's that guy? Anyway,
the long story from across the sea.
All right, so who's going back in, and what is your plan to approach this entity?
So my first plan is to heal myself because I'm at 6 hit points and I'm not going in there without, So
I'm just leaning in the doorway to kind of take a
Cure
look
wounds
around.
myself.
Just, maybe I'll see a skeleton laying somewhere.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Where's my D8?
Look for a shiny dagger.
Where's my character sheet? Perception. Ooh, not bad. 19.
Yeah, you look around. You do not see any remains. You do see broken furniture. You see up in the corner of the room there are these sort of bulbous, almost like polyps that have kind of started to grow on the wood. This sort of rotted, soaked wood in the corner of the house.
Does
That's about it. Then
remind
there's a ladder that goes up to the loft. There's broken furniture, and then there's this room over here that Norm took a peek in and then quickly backpedaled out of.
These things that are growing on the wall, are they like mushroom type things?
Yeah, they're
or-
coming out of
Yeah.
the floorboards actually, and they do
Would
look.
they
They look like fungus.
So there
Would
might
it-
be like something buried there.
Yeah, I was going to ask if it would remind me of what we saw at Warburst. Like the vines, the grasping vines, and the, that
Not
we saw
at-
on
they-
the surface.
So if you remember when you guys were in that tunnel system below the fields, it was like glowing. There were colorful fungal spores in the air. There was almost like a I don't know, a magical sort of vibe to it. This is more of like mushrooms growing on dead wood. They're brown. They kind of have like a puffball appearance to them, bulbous, and they're like polyps.
This is
They,
on the
they don't
floor.
look the same. Yeah, it's on the floor. It's growing out of the floorboards.
You know, maybe these maybe this fungus grew out of a body.
What's the
Maybe there's some more of those shroom creatures ready to attack us.
what's the
these-
walls of the building made of, Dave?
Yeah.
Does it look solid?
No, I mean, it looks like you could, if you pushed hard enough on some areas of the walls, you could push them over. It's old plaster that's cracked and broken. Underneath the plaster, there are wooden lathe kind of studs. This place looks really old.
All right. So, oh God, I can't believe I'm gonna do this. I walk back to the fucking barn.
Okay.
I look inside. I look at the ceiling. Staring at one of these freaking things.
Another spider?
Yeah.
No, you don't see a spider as you look up.
Okay, but what do I see? Like a dinosaur or something? You were very specific about me not seeing a spider
No.
there.
You don't. All you see is that above the stalls there's another loft. That's pretty much
It's a
it.
rat.
You can see like the nest where the spider was hanging out in before it attacked you, but you don't see any other big spiders or little spiders crawling around. You see all these
The tools, do I see like shovels, pickaxes, things of that nature?
Yeah, and they're all rusty and old, and some of them are hanging on the wall and kind of like clattering against the wall and each other as the wind kind of blows through every once in a while.
Oh, damn it, I'm gonna run in and grab a couple.
Couple of tools.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you run in. You grab. What do you grab?
Like a shovel and a pickaxe or something.
Done. You've got an old rusty shovel and an old rusty pickaxe.
Come back out.
Nicely
I'm
done.
not dead. All right.
That was awesome.
I wait to see if I pee a little and then
What's
I go back
Lachlan
up.
doing?
I come back with the tools. I go around
Make
the
a
house.
pee-pee
I don't
save.
know.
Roll a pee-pee save.
I go around the house. Well, if there's mushrooms growing there, something's buried underneath this corner. So let's dig.
All right. So you're gonna go dig.
Wait,
You're gonna go digging for shrooms.
But it
Well, we're
was
gonna try to
inside-
go see if there's anything under that corner of the house.
It was
Okay.
inside the house that I saw it, right?
Yeah, I know, but if it's in the corner, it can't be in the walls. Or at least I don't think so. So it's got to be in that corner there. So
Yep.
if we go and try and dig around there, at least we'll have an idea without going in and disturbing the ghost. I'm trying not to disturb the ghost. You know.
So like right underneath here, you can start digging at the wall with the pickaxe and the shovel. Is anybody helping him?
Des is gonna back out because he gets the creeps in there.
Norb, you're really good with moving earth. Maybe you should help Lachlan.
Move the
Just
walls of the building?
Sweep.
Well, no, he's digging
Oh, I think
down
I see
next
it.
to the building.
Underneath it?
So
I think I see him.
Okay, yeah. I'll go ahead and pull some of the earth away from the foundation.
Yeah, Des, if you're standing right there, you can get a view of this ghostly apparition as it passes by Xanthi. You get a view of it now too. And
Can I
it
see
looks
his
like
face?
a man. Yep, you can see as he's sweeping, and he kind of turns towards the doorway, sweeping, and you can see that there are two daggers stuck in the ghost's chest, two ghostly daggers, and as it's sweeping, it stops sweeping and looks up at you.
Xanthi just grabs onto Dez's arm. And he's just,
How you doing there?
Jeffrey, Samantha,
Can
you've
you
come
get
back. You've come back to help. I was so
those
worried
knives
about
look
you.
uncomfortable?
Have you come to help with the wagon and the horses? They need to be fed. The wagon needs repairs. This place is a mess.
Can you come talk to us?
Have you come to help, Samantha, Jeffrey? The horses, they need to be
Do I
fed.
recognize any of these names or
No,
this? Okay.
no.
Anything?
He's calling you and Xanthi, Jeffrey, and Samantha.
Jeffrey and Samantha. What's he going on?
Have you come to help? This place is, it's a mess.
Yes,
Yes.
we've come to help.
We want to help
the
you.
wagon.
Yes, fix the wagon, feed the horses.
We'll feed the horses.
What's happened here?
It's a mess, this place. I don't know. I've been cleaning and cleaning. There's so much work to do.
He seems to be stuck in a loop, maybe.
What do you
He's
guys
very
do?
concerned with the.
Have you come to help? Please.
Yes.
I need your help.
What would you like us to do for you?
Help me. And I need both of you to make a charisma saving throw, please. As this apparition steps outside of the door, if you could please make some charisma saves.
Charisma saves, huh? What do I got here? Oh boy. You know what? I'm gonna use my last advantage from the chat
Okay.
for this one.
Actually, it's a wisdom save. It's a wisdom save.
Wisdom
Sorry.
save.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep, wisdom.
Well, I'm glad I did. Come on.
I will also roll with advantage.
Okay, didn't help.
13.
I
Okay.
rolled a 6.
A 6.
Yeah, I rolled a 2 and a 4.
Oh my god. Okay, so Xanthi, you are just washed over with fear as this thing looks to you and like almost scowls angrily at your questioning, but it washes past you as you make the save. Desmond, you, however, do not make the save. You are frightened for the next minute of this creature, which means you cannot move closer to it. In addition, I need you to roll a d4. This is bad.
Xanthi is
Okay.
still like clung to your arm.
A 2.
A 2. All right, and you also still have so you can't willingly move closer to this ghost. You also have
fine.
disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while this source of fear is within line of sight. Just keep that in mind. You rolled a 2.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Xanthi, you're holding on to Dez as this thing calls out to you, and you look up at Desmond, and he looks visibly older, like he has aged 20 years. He's got the crow's lines, the crow's feet lines. His skin
Yeah.
is wrinkled. He's got even gray hairs on the sides of his head, as he is now
No.
in his how old are you, Des?
I was like 20.
So you're like in your 40s now,
Yeah.
basically. You look like you're in your 40s as you have aged considerably. You can repeat the frightened saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
Did I get my 20 years back?
No,
Ay.
you don't. You don't.
Maybe one day.
Did it literally just
Yeah.
suck 20 years of his
20
life?
years. And we'll say just for flavor, Des, that you have like a shock of white hair down like the side of your head.
Right.
Yeah, he's like 40 years old now. Oh my god. Oh, that's beautiful. And you know what?
At least it's not 60.
Here's what we're gonna do.
Because I could have rolled a 4.
You could have. Yeah, that's
oh
true.
My God.
Lachlan, you're digging on the outside of the building while
Yeah.
this is
Ghosts,
going on in the
sneaky
inside.
ghosts.
Xanthi, did you kind of scream when that happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Xanthi kind of screams, does this like movie actress scream. You hear it, Lachlan. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to pause there. Well, this is a great place to end tonight's
bastard.
stream. And we will come back to find out what happens. Holy shit, that's crazy. Sorry, Des. You're suddenly
Yeah.
a lot older
I know.
than you
Does
were.
it come with a few levels at least?
It doesn't
Well-
say anything about levels, which is weird. You think it would. Hey, thanks for the follow, Jim0102A. Eh?
Maybe
Appreciate
one day
it.
a wish spell might get my 20 years back.
Yeah, that's true. That'd be a good use of a wish spell too. Hey everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us. You guys, that was awesome. I love playing Dungeons and Dragons with you guys. It's always goofy and fun and unpredictable. I appreciate all of the hijinks and shenanigans, and I appreciate the fact that we have ourselves a giveaway. Let me jump over here and show you what we're dealing with. We've got Wilderness and Urban Encounters bundle. Now, in order to win this, it's really easy. All you have to do is type !drawing in the chat to be entered to draw, and I'm looking at it. We've got a bunch of people in here, but your odds are pretty damn good. Thank you so much for getting in on this action. Thanks to CZRPG for sponsoring. Long-term sponsor. They've been with us for almost 2 years. We've been giving away a lot of fun stuff. If you're a dungeon master, you're going to want these maps and these encounters to throw into your campaigns. And if you're not a dungeon master, hey, give it a shot. Run some encounters. It's super fun. You might even someday run an encounter in a game over here on Guild Superior. If you want to get in and get to know us a little bit more and see what that's all about, hop over to our Discord and hang out with us. I want to give a big shout out also to Hooli from Heroes and Hooligans, who has a side company called Honey and Sage Candy Company. That's right. In case you weren't here earlier, we're sponsored by a candy company. We got our own Willy Wonka in the house. Their cotton candy is absolutely fantastic. I'm just going to give you a glimpse into what they have right now on their menu. You can go to the website that I'm going to throw into the chat right now and check it out, their Facebook site. They've got butter rum cake cotton candy. They've got caramel and buttered popcorn cotton candy. That's called the Hayride. They've got the apple pie cotton candy, which is apple and cinnamon roll. The bonfire is the one that I have coming, the chocolate, cinnamon, and marshmallow cotton candy. So I will let you know how it is. It is, yeah, and that's right, Techie Woman. There's been some serious lobbying for bacon cotton candies, so get ready. I also put in a request, Andy, for some Greyhawk gravy cotton candy.
Greyhawk gravy. Greyhawk gravy. Please.
And I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know how that would ever work or if anybody would ever want to buy it, but there's also a Homlet omelet cotton candy coming. So get ready. Julia is in the kitchen doing mad scientist stuff. Yeah. And we're super excited about that. So let's get down to business here. We've got something that we want to give away, and then we are going to do a little bit of a raid. Let's see. Who are we raiding tonight? Bleak, do you have a line on a raid target for us?
Insomnia Night's up.
Let's do it. We're going to head over to Insomnia Night here in just a second. But because we have Ashley back, and we didn't even know how to count to 5 last time.
Yeah, we failed at that.
It was ridiculous. I mean, let alone we couldn't do your accent. We couldn't even count down from 5. So now that Ashley's back, we can be proper about this and give some stuff away. Ashley, if you wouldn't mind, please do the honor.
All right. If you guys are ready, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Here it is. Wandering Endlessly has won the giveaway. Congratulations, Wandering. Thank you for your support and hanging out with us and supporting all the streams and just being a great community member. You are crushing it. So thank you for that. Let's go around the table here real quick. Everybody kind of give your outro if you want to. What's going on? Anything you want to plug? Let's kick it off with Ashley. Welcome back, Ashley.
Thanks. I'm back from vacation. I'm Ashley, Minnesota Muse 99 on Twitter. You can't find me on anything but this right now, but we do have some stuff in the works.
Ooh.
So
New of Arden. It's coming up. Yep.
New of Arden.
That's right. On the 30th. And do you know
right. I will be playing in that on the 30th.
Do you have a handle on what character or like what you're? Or are you not telling us yet? It's just, okay. It's a secret. We'll get to that. Maybe we'll tease that out of her later. Thank you. I'm really excited to play in Ty's game. Dungeon Mr. Ty, we're super excited for New of Arden. That's going to be starting on the 30th of this month. So looking forward to it. We have a session 0 tomorrow, and then we're going to get into it in 2 weeks. So let's jump over to Andy.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Andy. Thanks for tuning in tonight. You can find me under the handle AndyG3D here on Twitch or our Discord channel. Yeah, I am here on Tuesday nights playing Desmond in our Heroes of Greyhawk game. And I also help out on Thursdays with the Shade Song games, doing a little production. Yeah.
The producer,
I'm really hoping Des can get his 20 years back.
We'll have to see if there's some ways to reverse that. That might be a whole line of quest.
Oh man, side quest.
I bet you look a lot like Dez's father now.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he died.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Spoilers.
All right, Kirk, let's go over to you, buddy. Are you frozen? Oh, no, there you are. Hi, Kirk.
Hey, I'm Kirk. See you in 2 weeks. Stay beautiful.
Wow, look at that guy.
Oh,
Nice.
well
That's
put.
it. Yeah,
Is Kirk not? Are you not coming back next week?
we're taking the week off.
Oh, that's right. 2 weeks.
Oh,
We're taking the week off for the holidays.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We get a vacation too, you know.
Yeah.
I'll just say that.
Yep.
Sun.
That's right. We get to go out in the snow.
That's right.
Yep. Speaking of snow and bleakness, let's go over to the bleak season.
Hey, yeah, I'm Bleak Season. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We super appreciate each and every one of you hanging out, chatting, doing fun stuff in there. You can find me here Thursday nights doing Shade Song 5e homebrew. It is the third of a 5-part finale to the season with some great players. MJ Russell's playing in this one. Beth's playing in this one. Nathan from Reckless Attack. It's going to be awesome. So tune in and find us there on Thursday night.
And Shelly, right?
Oh yeah, Shelly's in
Shelly,
this too.
Flea Monkey.
That's true.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Shelly.
that's- Yay,
I
Shelly.
can't believe I forgot Shelly. Shelly was the late addition
so
to the crew.
excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Shelly's still in
Well,
there.
what's really
Oh,
cool
yeah.
is Shelly's a great buddy of Ashley's, and Ashley invited her to join our Discord community. And not very long after that, Shelly is starting to turn up in more and more of our games. So if you want to come over and hang out with us and play in our games,
Good.
jump over to our Discord. We love hanging out with cool people like y'all, all of our good chat buddies. Thank you so much for being here. We are going to raid into Insomnia Night RPG, a good friend of ours. And yeah, thanks for being here.
Thanks
We
a
will
lot.
see you in
2
2 weeks. Bye.